This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-292-4541 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-292-4541. That's 800-292-4541. What do you have to lose? Call 800-292-4541. Again, 800-292-4541.
1025 The Bone. Real Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio.
Here we go.
All systems go.
This is the true story about Mac. Check it.
Times are changing, more so each year. But the early morning Stone Pimp is here.
3, 2, 1.
People are expecting quite a bit.
Gotta figure out how to make money on this. I really want to.
I can feel it down in my plums. We're getting a nice bluish hue. Getting ready to take them to the farmer's market.
Okay, baby, but don't hurt yourself with that big juicy hog of yours.
In hard times, or when a man has worked on a job 30 years, they give him a watch, kick him in the butt, and say, hey, our computer took your place, daddy. That's hard time.
And those cars are going real fast and real laugh, son.
But he's gay. He's blind.
You ready? Oh, wait. So we're just gonna wing it?
There's a big difference between winging it and seeing what happens. Now let's see what happens.
And now.
Right now.
Now, it's Senning Show. With your host, John Senning.
And I be catching them northern black like on the 10-pound test. Smoke cess, never fast, take a guess. I be the early morning Stone Pimp. Straight limping, wounds from drinking. At the party, big booty pinching. Chilling like a villain. Balloon filling, whack MC killing. The fine hoe drilling with the $1 million talent and the 10-cent brain.
Been gone too long, too much cocaine.
But now that I'm back on the block, I'm ready to rock left to right all night. My game's tight, I wish you might take a bite out of this here toxic, melodic, neurotic.
It is your favorite neighborhood Karen in the Brown Thrasher, a.k.a. Senning Show, in the place. Welcome. What is today? Today's Tuesday?
Yes, sir.
That's a good start to the week, I suppose. My name's John Senning. He is Dizzy. Thank you so much for being here. Shout out to JP, Monica, Johnny B, the Mike Calta Show for setting the table every single day. Find a way to interact with us today, would you? 800-771-1025. Hit us up on social media, X and Instagram, at The John Senning, at Dizzy for Mayor, and watch us on YouTube, 1025 The Bone. You'll see the little circle glowing red with the live light. Click on it, and boom, next thing you know, you're watching the program. A friendly reminder, the Bone Bonus is back. We're going to be giving you an opportunity at $1,000 at 2 o'clock. So make sure you're locked in. Make sure you're locked into the Bone all day long because we're giving you opportunities from sunrise to sundown every single day. And who couldn't use an extra $1,000 with the Bone Bonus? So make sure you're not going anywhere.
You said it very like the bone is like
the bone.
very, very Boston-y.
The bone.
The bone.
The bone. We got the bone. Did you see a billboard yet?
No. And I'm driving Tampa, but I'm on the Veterans till about Waters.
I don't think I've seen one person share one on social media. If you see one, we determined that it was dangerous to tell people to send us pictures while driving. Please have your wink wink passenger post a photo of what the new bone billboards look like that are all over town.
And please tag us. Don't make us look for you.
And this is, we're probably getting ahead of ourselves here. If you tuned into the radio station because you saw the billboard, please call. I would love to pick your brain and maybe just give you a little bit of an expose,
I like that.
A verbal PowerPoint on what you can expect from the bone. You saw a billboard, it intrigued you enough to tune it in for a second, and if you call, we will just give you the VIP treatment. If it is your first time listening because of the billboard, 800-771-1025. Today is also a very exciting day. I was telling Diz before the show, I'm not a lot of things excite me by my own design. Like, I think part of doing anything is not letting the highs be too high and the lows be too lows. If you build something up in your mind, it's bigger than it is. I think that's nothing but bad. Today, I am legitimately as excited as I can be because at 2:00, if you've been listening to me on the radio for the last however many years, you know that I've been forcing Philip Phillips on people for about a decade now, since I've been able to pick music and play it here on this radio station. He won American Idol in 2012. Since then, he's released 4 or 5 albums. He is truly one of my favorites, and he's going to be in St. Pete this weekend at the Tacos and Tequila Festival. He is going to call us at 2:00, and I'm very, very excited. I thought to do it when he was on, but then I just didn't know if we would get lost in the sauce proper. I wanted to play something for you because this was the first time. Like, I've shared stories as of late even about how we were a big American Idol family during the heyday of American Idol. And then even as I got a little bit older, loved American Idol. But there was a moment when I saw Philip Phillips do something that made me realize that I liked this guy more than just the average American Idol contestant that I appreciated. And it was with a cover that he did. I want to say this was on a final, maybe. But I think you'll appreciate it as well.
You feel it in your body, you found somebody who makes you change your ways, like hanging with your crew. Since you act like you're ready, but you don't really know. Everything in your past,
Ursher, baby.
Let it go. I've been there,
done it.
That's all that, this is what I found. Nobody wants to be alone. If you're touched by the words in the song, baby, you got it bad. When you're on the phone, hang up and call right back. You got it.
This is pretty good.
I figured that would at least mildly pique your interest a little bit, knowing that Philly Phil's got some love for Ursher, baby.
I like this, man. And I'm looking at who he beat out. Gorgeous girl. This guy has to be a great singer. I would call in to vote for this girl, and he beat her.
Does it have her name?
No, but is this girl?
Oh, I don't even.
I mean,
remember.
it did have her name, but
I don't even remember that lady. Oh, that's bad on me. But I don't even remember that lady.
That's how good he is.
She's like a pretty Asian lady.
Jessica Sanchez. So she's not Asian.
Wait, what? Wait,
Sanchez.
show that
Sanchez
picture
is
again.
Asian?
I know, I understand that. Well, I wasn't going off her last name. I was going off her face.
No, you're right. It does look very like Asian in this photo.
Yeah.
But now saying Sanchez, you can see it.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of both.
Oh.
Can it be?
Yeah.
Dude,
I like that.
Underrated blend. Not every day you see a
Spanish Asian,
Mexican Asian, a Masian, or
no, Masian's good.
Masian's pretty good. I was trying to go in the other way. It just becomes very hard to do. A Mex-Asian.
No, it
doesn't have the same flow. So Philip Phillips, the fact that I'm so hype about it and I'm promoting it so much ahead of time probably leads me to believe that something's going to go wrong and we won't hear from him at 2:00. But all I have is this moment. And in this moment, I'm very, very excited to chat with him at 2 o'clock. We're rescheduling things a little bit for those that pay close attention. Tomorrow, going to be a fully stacked show. We're doing Just Call Mo in the first hour and Judge Juicy in the second hour as we make way for Philip Phillips today. So
a little Mojo Jojo.
A little Mo Jojo all in one day. So don't you worry. You're going to get everything that you want and more. I did, since we're going to be busy around 2, I thought this first segment would be a good opportunity to give away some prizes. And we really do have what could be considered some of the best prizes that you could be giving away to somebody in Tampa Bay right now. Shout out to Mike Olivero, who is always coming through with the prizes. We have Monster Jam tickets.
Nice.
And I say the best. Like if I, John Senning, wanted to win tickets, these quite possibly would be the 3 things I want to win tickets to. Monster Jam, February 28th. Reggae Rise Up, those are weekend passes, so you get Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then we also have a pair of tickets to see Chris Stapleton, who's coming to Ray J on June 13th. And all you have to do, this is a great article and story that you sent along, is all you have to do is share your last straw moment. Ooh. Your moment where something happened at your place of work and it was your last straw. It led you to quit that very moment. There is a list. I don't know who it was from originally, BuzzFeed. And this is all restaurant workers.
Yeah.
Which
do you have one? Your last straw?
Well, I definitely.
Because
we talked about it before.
You left and you came back.
Well, that last straw moment that I had that day with that guy, and it was so funny because we talked about it not that long ago, and I had people from Ruby's reaching out, being like, "Was it this guy? Was it that guy?" And it was absolutely the guy that everybody thought it was, and it was a long buildup that I don't even know that my last straw moment really was a proper last straw. The problem is that it stemmed from my facial hair. A lot of it stems from my facial hair because they wanted me to be clean shaven at Ruby Tuesday during this period of time. Yeah. And I had sideburns. Like I would rock sideburns and they would be like right down to my ear. And if they were one little, I had this Elvis thing going on, I guess.
Yeah, mutton chops.
Pretty much. So, and that was me rebelling because they wouldn't let me have the beard that I wanted to have. So it became this constant battle with this. We've made peace, but at the time, this dickhead manager about the sideburns.
Yeah.
To the point to where every time when I came in, he'd like come up and like measure it. And if it was like a little bit below the earlobe, he had a razor in the office and he would be like, you need to go clean this up.
I don't think I remember that part.
And it just became such a back and forth battle that I resented him so much. And we were always fighting and he was always trying to get one over on me and I was always trying to get one over on him. And Danielle worked there at the same time. And to be completely honest with you, I don't even remember exactly what happened, but I just remember I felt like he was taking out his anger on me on Danielle, and he was asking her to do things she shouldn't have to do, and he was being stiff with her and being a dick to her. That morning he had done something to and or said something to her where I just absolutely flipped, and then it ended up, the story that I've told is we're screaming at each other, both double birds I was essentially escorted out of the Ruby Tuesdays in Riverview at the time. So it was really just something he said or did to Danielle on that day that I felt was really to piss me off. And it did piss me off. And we got in a huge screaming match and I was escorted out of the Ruby Tuesday on that day.
And that day, Danielle's like, I'm marrying this
guy. I got to wipe this guy. I got to wipe this guy up.
This guy's a ride or die.
Have I ever told you the story? Just side note for a romantic little anecdote. So go back all the way to when we were working at Ruby Tuesday in the Villages. I trained Danielle. Like Danielle was, she.
Yeah, you trained her. Yeah, you did early on.
She started at Ruby Tuesday, and I trained her, and she had a boyfriend, and she was happy in life, and we were just friends and all that. And I took like a year and a half before I officially wrecked the home, but he was gone. He was gone by the time we started really talking. But I don't even know. Like we didn't even have a thing. We didn't even have a thing at this point.
What do you mean? Like you didn't have like a romantic vibe, a flirty vibe?
I'm talking about a specific period of time that I'm about to share with you. We did not have a thing at this exact moment. My parents. This is probably a couple months into Danielle working at Ruby Tuesday. She's got a boyfriend. I'm living my life. We're friends. We work together. My parents come in to eat dinner, and Danielle scoots right into the booth, and she just said, "Hey, I'm Danielle. I'm your future daughter-in-law."
As a joke.
As a nothing more than a joke. And, at that point was still probably a year and a half, 2 years before we ever even started dating.
Look at that.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
It's a Hallmark start right
It really
there.
is. It is a straight up Hallmark Christmas movie. Christmas at the Ruby Tuesdays.
Yeah. I like how we started this with your love life. It's like up, but not. They died at the end.
Yeah. Well,
But
I hate to tell you this, Diz. We're all going to die at the end. I don't want to spoil anybody's good time, but so here in this article, there are people sharing their final straws, and they're all they're all pertaining to the restaurant business. But I think it not only is funny that these people quit because of these things, but it does also show you how terrible people are that go out to eat. I was serving a table on the patio, and the patrons had a dog with them. One of the dogs took a massive you-know-what on the patio, so the people bagged it up, put it on a plate, and handed it over and said, "This is trash."
Oh,
that's a fair final straw. If you're already not feeling good about your choices and you're hating working there, somebody presenting you with a plate full of dog crap will be enough to be your final straw.
Oh, of course, man. The worst thing at AMC would be if someone vomited and you'd have to go clean that up. I'm like, I'm not.
I remember
there.
they would. I've worked as a dishwasher many times in my life at different restaurants, but that was a thing that they would ask the dishwasher to do. And I was present for multiple occasions at Ruby's where they would ask the dishwasher to go clean up a dirty stall or clean up vomit or something. And I saw many of fights with managers and dishwashers who were like, that is not my job. I am not just all around clean up disgusting thing guy. I wash the dishes.
Yeah, at AMC, it's if you worked usher is what they call it, where it's like you're ripping the tickets or you're going and cleaning the things. I would request that if they didn't put me in projection, because some of the job you'd have to go do movie checks, and I would just go watch movies. They'd be like, there's popcorn spilled. I'm like, I'm busy over here in theater 8.
Yeah, you're cutting out. Can't hear you. Good, buddy. When I worked at Sonic, I quit after the manager told me to get his phone that he dropped in the toilet because my hands were the only ones small enough.
Wait a minute. That doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense. I mean, unless it went like all the way in the hole.
Oh, okay.
Like if
that
it was
makes
like,
sense. Yeah,
but still,
like
I think you'd still be able to. To retrieve it 9 out of 10 times.
You ever dropped your phone in the toilet?
Not that I recall.
Neither have I.
Yeah, not that I recall.
I've dropped headphones before in the urinal at college, and I go, well, those urinals
are gone.
Those can never go back in my ear.
Oh, man. This says, I've been working at a restaurant for 20 years, was dealing with a belligerent customer. As she's getting yelled at, she walks away. Wait. Oh, okay. Not me, but a coworker who had been working there for 20 years was dealing with a belligerent customer. As she's getting yelled at, she walks away, prints some blank receipt paper, and hands it to me that says, "Life's too short to waste," and then it has the name, "to waste at Chili's," for example.
Oh, wow.
She said, "I decided for that to be my last day."
I mean, the signs are there.
So, sometimes
it's a message from God.
You have a moment. We have full phone lines. We're looking for your last straw moment that had you walking out the door. Senning Show, you're live on the air. Who's this?
Hey, this is Irvin. Can you hear me?
There's a lot of noise, but I can hear you. But it could be better if you want to know the truth.
Sorry about that. I'm on the road.
What up?
Hey, I had the same argument with my manager, like the whole facial hair thing. He actually tried to make me walk to Walmart to like grab a razor and shave right there and then. But the last straw was he came back from the bathroom like with a shocked look on his face, and he gave me a spray bottle and some paper towels and told me that something needed to be cleaned up. So I walk in, and it seemed like somebody stood on top of the toilet seat.
Okay, be careful here. Be careful here. I
wasn't going to go into detail.
Okay.
Okay, so, it looks like he stood on top of the toilet seat and left a mountain of, feces.
Okay, yes.
And, so, like I said, I had a spray bottle and paper towels. So I sprayed it a couple times, and I guess it threw it off balance, and it started dripping down the side of the toilet.
Okay. I love you, man. Okay. I love you. I'm sorry you went through that, but like I said, be careful. And then you started going into an extreme detail on what happened with the pile, my friend. I mean, first of all, we can't say it on the radio. Secondly, if you know anything about me, you know I'm a fecal phobe, and I can't be doing in-depth fecal breakdown. So Thank you for your call, and I'm sorry I had to hang up on you, but one man can only take.
Yeah, that was a lot.
So
Especially
much.
John listening to this.
And I'm just trying to be strong you know, for the people, but I can only take so much. Senning Show, you're live on the air. Who's this?
This is Sean.
Hey, Sean, what's up, dude?
What's going on, man? I was working at a Publix for a short stint, and I was making sandwiches for somebody, you know, and all of a sudden I had said something to a coworker about how the quality of work wasn't what they preached because people just kept disappearing around the deli. All of a sudden, my manager comes out and just starts cussing me out in front of like 30 people out front. And then she pulls me in the back and tells me I'm fired. I was like, hey, no worries, ma'am. I'm out of here, you know? Like, smiling, doing my job. And then to get cussed out by my manager like that over something, I don't know. I didn't understand what was going on, you know?
Because you spoke out about the good name of the Big P. You well, I mean, you got to be ride or die, dude.
Yeah.
You got to be ride or die for the big green P.
You got to be. Even when I went to HR, they were like, yeah, there's nothing you can submit for that. I was like, really?
They're like, you spoke ill of our corporation, and we no longer want you working here. I do appreciate that. I don't think that constitutes as a last straw moment because you were fired.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, are you allowing this?
Dude, your boss could call and say, the last straw I had with this prick was he was making sandwiches, bitching about the company in front of a bunch of people.
In front of paid customers who were smiling.
I had to cut a promo on his ass and send him packing. Your boss could have had a last straw. But not you. You want to know a funny wrinkle? You know a funny wrinkle we could add to this? This is going to hurt you, okay? This is going to be a deep dive into your head.
No.
This is going to be serious. What would be, in a make-believe world, your last straw here?
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's easy.
I mean, how far away is it? What would it look like?
Yeah.
Would it look like more work? Would it look like would it have to be directly correlated to them like docking your pay or something?
For sure that would be one I would be like, well, I'm gone.
Oh,
or
can I give you a fake one? Can I give you a fake one?
Yeah.
Just to stir up drama? And you tell me if it'd be a last straw? You ready?
Yeah.
They'd bring you to John Brennan's office and he goes, Diz, we're taking you off a Senning Show. And you're only gonna be on with JP now.
Just one show with that. Hearing them two argue, that was insane today.
Is that no? I didn't hear they fought.
Well, they didn't really. Bro, you got to listen to the audio.
I gotta go back and listen.
It got crazy to the point where Monica was almost crying.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta go back and listen.
JP, when he was trying to give JoJo a compliment, but in the same way, it kind of sounded like a backhand.
Oh no!
I want to say backhand insult to Monica because he was like, well, JoJo's so caring and blah, blah, blah. It would take a special breed to be with you. Like, that's basically what he said. And then she's like, what are you talking about? And he's like, that's not what I meant. It got crazy.
So needless to say, it could be your last straw.
Yeah. You know what it would be? It would be if Chase runs in here chasing the place like, hey, good news, guys. They love what I'm doing on social. Your boy's full time.
Dude, dude, you picked from a real realm of reality. Does that mean you heard?
Yeah, right?
Did
you know?
Did they not put you on the email? Congratulations, Chase.
Yeah.
You're our guy.
Yeah. Well, you know, apparently how they don't tell people stuff here. I found that out hard way in text with someone.
You just know that if you have a show on this station, there's a chance you're listening right now and you don't know that show's not going to be on anymore.
Exactly.
Let me put it to you like that. I'll just and don't read too much into that, but just know that is a technical possibility we learned here today. Is that you could be the last one to find out that your show doesn't exist anymore.
You could come in for that show, and when you get in the studio, someone else is going to be there.
Yeah, a bunch of babes. Senning Show, you're live on the air. Who's this?
Hey, is this real cacao radio?
Oh, dude, we keep the cacao always flowing. Viking guy, how you doing, brother?
Excellent, man. I was a little worried about calling in, man. I thought you was going to rail me about what the Vikings did to the Lions.
No,
Sorry
dude.
about that.
Tough
year. The Vikings were taught to ignore the roar, bro. It's nothing personal.
If I was going to yell at you for anything, it'd be the fact that your phone connection is horrific today, Viking guy. What's going on?
How's that? Is that any better?
Much better. Drastically better.
All righty. But anyway, talk to you since last year. Happy New Year to you and Diz. Y'all got one of the best shows on the radio. I love y'all.
We love you, Viking guy. You are you're the best. You're an OG, and I always love hearing your voice, dude.
Thank you, buddy. Later.
You bet. Have a good one. 800-771-1025. Do you have a real last straw? Not just the make-believe
Me?
one that will happen?
No. Like here? You talking like like an actual one that's happened to me?
Yeah.
No. No, I haven't. Only places I've ever like quit is like I feel like I might get fired. Hey, I quit, guys. And I walked out.
Yeah. I've quit jobs before. I quit, but there wasn't even like a last straw thing. Sometimes when you're working dumbass, like pointless jobs, it's easy to me. I got a vibe right away when I was younger if this was something I was going to be able to do.
Yes,
so I had a couple jobs. I had a couple jobs that, like for example, you ever do those things or hear those things where it's like the treasure hunt and they say you can like put your name into a website and it'll tell you that like a certain company or somebody owes you money?
No.
Like Chili's to this day still owes me $60 because I worked 2 lunch shifts at the Chili's. And it was one of these things where it was when we first moved to Florida, and I thought I wanted to work at Chili's before I found Ruby's, my sweet Lord and Savior Ruby Tuesday. And I worked with these ladies, and there's just no better way to say it. It was all like older. I was only going to be able to work days because I was taking college classes, and the day shift was full of these, no offense, wretched bitches who just were like, all these ladies had been working the lunch shift at Chili's for like 15, 20 years. And they hated the fact that they hired me. They hated the fact that I was going to be able to work lunch shifts. And after 2 days of dealing with these ladies just being miserable to me and not teaching me everything and not talking to me, I was like, I'm out. So Chili's, you still owe me $60.
Yeah, pay my man, Chili's.
You got to.
If they could pay you through food, what would you want?
I'd probably just take a kiddie pool full of the skillet queso.
Oh, that's a good pick.
Yeah, one pool of skillet queso. I'd go triple. One pool of skillet queso, one pool of salsa, and one pool of Presidente margarita.
Oh, wow.
And I'm going to need some chips, too. Senning Show, you're live on the air. What was your last straw?
All right, so I worked at a restaurant where I was the bartender, and this girl that I would hang out with would often close the bar down and hang out with the owner and his significant other at the time. Well, couple weeks down the road, I stopped talking to her, and she's sitting at the VIP table with the owner.
Oh, geez, he missed a studio girl.
Yeah.
He literally stole my girl.
Oh, so that was it? That was the last straw? You couldn't work for the guy anymore?
Well, if I could set the scene for you, he was, in his 60s, and we were in our 20s.
Oh, geez. So she was probably looking for some cheddar herself.
She was getting paid, my friend.
All right, that's a pretty good one. I'm going to put you on hold. I'll take one more to see if we got anything else juicier. Senning Show, you're live on the air. What was your last straw?
Last straw was when I was working as a behavioral health technician at a hospital out here in Polk County.
Oh, wow. This is a serious job.
Yeah.
So this is, in the hospital, people at their worst, essentially. And we had a psychotic patient that came in this night that was very violent. And because it was late night shift, I was brand new at this hospital. We were low staff. And this guy decided to get violent with another patient, so we have to intervene. We end up trying to, we call a code gray, which kind of calls security for the hospital. We all try to get him, strapped down essentially onto a bed. And as I'm holding his right arm, security guard's right next to me, holding down his left arm. We're trying to get him on the bed. He literally took a bite out of the security guard's face.
Oh my gosh! Oh, dude, that's a last. Dude, that's more like a. You ready for this? That's more like a last gnaw.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I completely changed careers after that. I was so over the, unsafe work conditions. I did not even work in that field.
All right,
biting someone's face.
Dude, yeah, I have to say, do you know anything about the guy that got his face bitten? Was he able to replace the chunk? Did he get rabies? Like, was everything on the up and up, or you just got out of there?
I mean, he was fine. As far as I know, he was fine. They had to have like some surgery type stuff, but he didn't didn't bleed out or anything like that.
All right. Well, you are.
Anything like that,
yeah, you are getting you're getting a prize. I have to say, you have to get a prize if somebody gets their face bitten at your place of work and you quit. That's a good one.
I'm thankful it wasn't me, but that was definitely the last straw.
Yeah, fair enough. Hang tight. We'll get you hooked up with the prize during the commercial break. Do not go anywhere. When we come back, I have a that thing, and I have a that thing part B. The first thing I want to touch on, yesterday at 3:30, NASCAR made a major announcement about the new point system. They've done away with the playoffs, and they're changing things. So I want to touch on that. It's only right here in the Vroom Vroom community that we touch on the new changes. And another fun thing, one of the most popular NASCAR drivers of, I would say, our era, like early 2000s, is making a return to the track, which is also very exciting. And we'll discuss whether or not Florida is really the worst place to raise a kid. All that and a bunch more. Coming up next on more Senning Show.
Yeah, we'll live until we die. So come out, won't you turn my soul into a raging fire?
You're listening to Senning Show on 102.5 The Bone. Download the free Bone app to listen to us anywhere. Sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate. Get your guaranteed offer at markspain.com.
Transform your backyard with a black aluminum fence from Fence Outlet. For only $125 a month, that's less than $5 a day. Fence Outlet will install a 120-foot aluminum fence that turns any yard into your own oasis. Visit fenceoutlet.com for details. License number C-10252.
Hey, it's JP for Prize Picks, the best, easiest, and most fun way to play daily fantasy sports, and it's right in your phone. All you have to do is download the Prize Picks app today, and it's beautiful. You don't even need to be some sort of stats guru genius guy. You just need to know more or less. And obviously we had a real big game last night. We had the Steelers and we had the Texans, and you just needed to know more or less. Aaron Rodgers was 207.5 passing yards, more or less. CJ Stroud was 228.5 passing yards, more or less. Join millions of users and sign up for America's #1 sports app today. It is Prize Picks. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use code JPJP to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code JPJP to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Just because your fantasy football season is over doesn't mean playing fantasy sports is over. Prize Picks lets you play fantasy football even through the playoffs. Just pick your favorite players when they hit their projections every week, guess more or less correctly, and you win money. Prize Picks, it's good to be right.
My name is Maria. Okay, I lied, it's Mary. But I'm feeling more European after my European-style holiday on MSC Cruises. The restaurants, nightlife and shops in La Galleria. And of course, American touches, like a sports bar and water slides. Bellissimo. Okay, this is a problem.
Book now and cruise from $199 plus up to $500 onboard credit and kids sail free. MSC Cruises. Let's holiday. To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
Do you want free internet forever? Yeah, we thought so. That's why Spectrum is giving you just that. Free fiber-powered internet forever when you switch and get 4 mobile lines from Spectrum. No internet bills, no taxes, no late fees. Just fast fiber-powered internet. Call 833-901-0178 to find out how. But hurry, this deal won't last forever. Once more, 833-901-0178. Or visit spectrum.com/free forever to learn more.
Tampa, Florida. It's your boy Bert Kreischer, the machine.
Woo! I'm back, baby!
I will see you at the Benchmark International Arena January 30th on the Commission Party World Tour. Get your tickets at BertBertBert.com. I'll see you there.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Is your financial advisor offering you up to a 30% upfront bonus? Or are they promising you up to 10% growth per year, all for your retirement income? If not, then you need to come to Trajan Wealth. I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. If you have a plan to retire within the next 10 years, don't wait only to find out it's too late. I've seen hardworking folks like you retire only to be required to go back to work, all because their advisor told them guarantees like these were too good to be true. They're not. That's up to $30,000 upfront or up to $10,000 per year on $100,000, all guaranteed for retirement income. Don't keep working when you're supposed to be retired, and don't let any financial advisor tell you it's too good to be true. Call Trajan today, 813-212-0500. That's 813-212-0500.
Annuities, non-advisory products. DBA Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
A happy place comes in many colors. Whatever your color, bring happiness home with CertaPro Painters. Get started today at CertaPro.com. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. Contractor license and registration information is available at CertaPro.com.
Right now, when you walk into a Burlington, you're walking into deals on top of deals during our Oh Wow Winter Clearance event. That's main character energy. Wow. Find tons of markdowns up to 70% off other retailers' prices on clearance items. Because at Burlington, the deals aren't the only thing turning heads. Save at our Oh Wow Winter Clearance event now. Seriously, with these savings, why shop anywhere else?
Burlington Deals brands wow.
Styles and selection vary by location.
Reward yourself or someone else with a luxury pre-owned Rolex from International Diamond Center.
They're in pristine condition. Everything's been authenticated.
That's IDC's Brian LeClaire, who scours the world to find the highest quality Rolex timepieces. Immaculate, well cared for, flawless.
You're going to find that the quality and overall condition of the watches looks very much mint, the way that you'd want it. You're not going to see the difference when you shop at IDC between the ones that you'd get at your authorized dealer and what we have here.
And unlike the authorized Rolex dealers, IDC has all the models you want ready for purchase.
You want a Pepsi? We've got it. You want a Batman? We've got it. You want a Sprite? We've got it. You want a Bruce Wayne? We've got it. You want a Submariner All Gold? We've got it.
Exquisite pre-owned Rolex watches at the best prices you'll find anywhere.
We know what the pricing looks like in the marketplace around us, and we know that we completely obliterate the competition when it comes to the pricing.
Find the Rolex of your dreams today at International Diamond Center in Tampa, Clearwater, Lakeland, and Sarasota.
Hey, Brandon Rhymes here, top 1% realtor team, Keller Williams Realty. Buy, sell, or invest in real estate, commercial or residential. 813-917-1894, consumerqb.com, 917-1894, consumerqb.com.
And we're live here outside the Perez family home, just waiting for and there they go. Almost on time this morning. Mom is coming out the front door strong with a double-arm kid carry. Looks like Dad has the bags. Daughter is bringing up the rear. Oh, but the diaper bag wasn't closed. Diapers and toys are everywhere. Ooh, but Mom has just nailed the perfect car seat buckle for the toddler. And now the eldest daughter, who looks to be about 9 or 10, has secured herself in the booster seat. Dad zips the bag closed, and they're off. But looks like Mom doesn't realize her coffee cup is still on the roof of the car. And there it goes. Oh, that's a shame. That mug was a fam favorite.
Don't sweat the small stuff. Just nail the big stuff, like making sure your kids are buckled correctly in the right seat for their age and size. Learn more at nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
Visit nhtsa.gov/
the right seat. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Love free tickets? Go to the contest page at theboneonline.com and enter to win tickets to some of the greatest shows coming to Tampa Bay in 2026. Satch Vibe Band at the Baycare Sound, Skinner at the Amp in July, Motley Crue at the Amp on August 15th, and more. More chances to win on the Bone app.
If you've been injured, we're prepared and ready to help. Call Farah & Farah anytime.
Tampa.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
You might know nothing, but at least you'll know that thing. Brought to you by Just Call Mo, Tampa's injury attorney. That thing. It's time for That Thing, right now on Senning Show.
1, 2, you know what to do. Get up, get down, get a little bit closer to the scene. Find out what's there, something new to conceal. Get up, get down, get a little bit closer to me. Find out what's there, what you can be. Yesterday was our time to turn back again. Instead we went through the fire to get lost in sin.
Good day. Welcome back to Senning Show. My name is John Senning. He is Dizzy. Did you just see JoJo?
What do you mean, just
she was in the room. I opened my eyes and I looked up and she was here.
No.
Oh, yeah. She must have realized we were coming back. I don't know what happened there. Hey, JoJo. 800-771-1025. If you've been riding with us since the beginning of Senning Show, roughly about a year ago, you know that we bring the vroom. Almost simultaneously with the start of this show, I really found myself entrenched into NASCAR. I did not miss a race all last year. It has become a passion of mine. Thus, I like to share it with you. We carry the races here on 102.5 The Bone. We've got the NASCAR Truck Series is going to be making its debut in St. Pete in the month of February. I believe it's February 28th, which is very, very exciting. It'll be the same time as the Grand Prix. So a really cool opportunity. And I think probably a test to see if they would bring the Cup Series to St. Pete for the road course, which is just crazy to think. The other, I teased a driver returning at Daytona. It is in the Truck Series. He's racing in the trucks. Tony Stewart makes his return to NASCAR.
The smoke.
Smoke returns for the Truck Series. He'll be driving a Ram truck in 2026 at Daytona. We are going to have the new president of Daytona International Speedway on with us in just a couple weeks to get everybody hyped for the Daytona 500. I don't know if it's real or not. I'd have to look at everybody's off season. It really feels like NASCAR has the shortest off season. Like, it feels kind of like it just ended, and we're about a little over a month away from it starting back up.
That's a good question.
It feels super short. But last season, and I think for the last few years, there's been a lot of complaining because I think the diehard NASCAR fans have been felt a little out in the left out in the cold with the playoff format. A big reason why Denny Hamlin was not able to pull it off, and other drivers that had very consistently great seasons because of the win and you're in layout. So NASCAR held a big press conference yesterday and changed the whole point format. So it pretty much returns to the chase, which is what they used to do back in the day. And when you get down to the final 10 races, the top 16 drivers start over. The first place driver has 2,100 points, and the 16th driver has 2,000 points. And then you go into those last 10 races with only those drivers eligible to win. Nobody is eliminated. There isn't a win and you're in. It's just a straightforward chase. 10-race format, and I think it's going to be pretty cool. Everybody seems excited about it. They held a big press conference yesterday, and I think they're really trying to bring back a lot of the old school fans. So, like I said, you can hear the races here on 102.5 The Bone, and I'm hoping that this year we'll be able to crack the nut that is NASCAR and have some drivers on.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
There was I wanted to share this clip with you. So Mark Martin, he's one of the most legendary NASCAR drivers of all time.
And the answer is football, by the way. Soccer football.
Oh, soccer is the shortest.
Yeah, it's September.
In the big leagues.
They end in May. They start in September. And then it says NHL, NBA over here.
Do you know?
Under 80 days here for NHL.
So does that have the comparison to NASCAR?
It isn't. I don't know.
He's going to put it's not even on the list.
Yeah, I was going to say, here, let me check this article's USA.
Because they ended like mid-November. So that means December, January, Feb. Like, they've got barely 2 months.
Yeah. Oh, NASCAR, 95 days.
95 days.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it is quick, which is sometimes my heart starts. I love watching football, but sometimes my heart aches for not having a race on a Sunday. But Mark Martin, a legendary NASCAR racer, very outspoken, was a big part of this press conference yesterday. And I just wanted to share this one clip. And I wanted to use it as a plea to NASCAR to trust us and let us have more drivers on, because this is what Mark Martin said. I cut it right at the point, but he said, I want to send a message out to the broadcasters and the journalists that cover NASCAR. And this was his message.
Changing how we cover the sport. And that means, instead of every week talking about the cutoff line, the playoff, who's in, who's out, all these things, we need to focus even more on our heroes. These guys behind me that are winning these races are our Pearsons and our Yarboroughs and our Buddy Bakers of today. And we need our fans to connect with these guys. We need them to connect with the crew chiefs. We need to connect with the engineers as well. Give the fans something that they can connect to, and help us build these superstars like they deserve it.
And selfishly, when I hear that, I go, well, this is the place to do that. Obviously, we are only state of Florida. We don't cover the entire world. But, I feel like a show like this, whether you're a NASCAR fan or not, what we do, I always tell people we do here is we tell stories. And we have the opportunity to do that every single day. And I think, if they could figure out that's what we do and that we could show personality out of people in maybe a way that other platforms don't. Hopefully that would make them a little more comfortable with us. And the first step in all of that, we'll be talking to the new president of Daytona International Speedway, which we'll do, I think February 2nd is the date we're going to talk to him. But either way, very exciting stuff. We're talking NASCAR already. And if you haven't made your plans to be out at the truck race in St. Pete, I'm trying to have some sort of element of the show and the station out there on that day, which would be really cool for everybody to meet up as well.
That would be dope. And JP actually paid you a compliment when it comes to that type of stuff. He had mentioned, not in NASCAR, but in the idea of guests, he's like, man, I've done hundreds of hockey players, and you can't get anything out of them. He goes, you guys have Pat Maroon on all the time, and it's always a hit with you guys. He goes, you are doing some crazy stuff with the ranch and all that, but he's like, but he seems like he's having a great time with you guys.
Yeah, and I think I love the fact that he's paying a compliment, but I would say a large majority of that falls on Pat. I think Pat is not your average hockey player.
That's a good point.
I think he's a little bit more of a character. He's probably a little bit more open to doing things like that, obviously, and just open. At some point, you also have to trust us. So I would say that's where I would take the compliment, is that I think it didn't take long for Pat to realize what we were doing here.
Yeah, like if we had a Stamkos in here, he's not doing all that stuff.
Not right away. No. Definitely not. Probably not at all. But Pat Maroon has been out of town, by the way, and we're hoping for his return to the program to be next week at some point. But
Bird's in the third week of our show.
In the third week. So shout out to the Big Rig wherever he might be, and we look forward to his return sooner than later. I'm going to do something crazy. I'm going to break now.
Oh, so we come back for the bonus.
I want to come back. I want to be able to give away $1,000, and I want to be able to do that before Philip Phillips hopefully calls us. Which, again, anytime I talk about something at length, it doesn't actually ever happen. So we're planning on Philip Phillips at 2 o'clock. So we're going to step aside here, and we'll come back. I will throw at you the details on why Florida might be one of the worst places you can raise your kid. And we'll have American Idol winner and headliner for the Tacos and Tequila Fest in St. Petersburg on Saturday night. Philip Phillips will join us on the phone as well. So keep it locked to 102.5 The Bone. We're giving away $1,000 in mere moments. Do not go anywhere.
When life leaves you high and dry, I'll be at your door tonight if you need help. If you need help, I'll shut down.
Tiza Energy. I swear by the Bangin' Black Cherry. I got one in the upper deck right now, just like I do every single day. A product, it's been so amazing to watch it blow up before our very eyes. I used to come on here and say, well, you got to get it online, or you can get it on Amazon, and then maybe you get it at 7-Eleven and liquor depots. Now, they're in Walmarts all over the state. They're about to be in tons of Walgreens. So you can check out the TZAenergy.com. Use the code BONE20. Get that discount. But also check out the store locator and find the one of many stores where Tiza is well stocked. A great product to help you beat a habit in the new year. You want to ditch the vaping, the smoking. You want to maybe even stay away from the snacks. Pop in a Tiza when you get one of those cravings. Check them out today. We love you, Tiza. Why spit when you can swallow?
Sleep alone. I love you long after you go, and long after you're gone, gone, gone. When
you're listening to Senning Show on 102.5 The Bone. The Bone Bonus is back, and right when you need it. The Bone is giving you $1,000 5 times a day, every weekday. Listen to The Bone for your chance to win $1,000 at 8 a.m., 10 a.m., noon, 2, and 5 p.m. every weekday. Need money to go to Thailand to do totally normal and not illegal weird stuff? We've got you covered. It's the Bone Bonus, hooking you up with cash every single weekday. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
The Bone Bonus is back. 1025 The Bone. Real, raw radio.
Injured? Take back control of your life. Call Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
Want a beautiful white vinyl fence but thought you couldn't afford it for less than $5 a day? Only $125 a month. Fence Outlet will install a 120-foot vinyl fence and transform your backyard. Visit fenceoutlet.com for details. License number C-10252.
If your plug's burned out or your switch won't flip.
If your power cuts out or when your breaker starts to trip.
For all things electrical, call us today.
And a Bolt electrician will be on the way. A Bolt electrician is on the way. Yep.
From panel upgrades to garage EV chargers.
And fixing broken switches or outlets to installing powerful whole home generators.
Call for a Bolt electrician.
Online at boltelectric.com.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. We recently received a call from an injured person. The insurance company had offered them $11,000. We took the case over and got more than $2 million in court. Morgan & Morgan.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
The real story in lab-grown diamonds is the outrageous markups other jewelers are charging for them.
That's Brian Stamey, Vice President of International Diamond Center.
Jewelry stores are marking up lab-grown diamonds as much as 800%. It's insane.
So instead of continuing to see customers overpay, IDC is changing the game.
For our customers, we have secured direct access to a wholesaler of fine quality lab-grown diamonds. Every size, every shape. IDC will facilitate the purchase at wholesale pricing directly from the grower. Look, we will always stand behind natural diamonds. But if a customer wants a lab-grown option, we can at least make sure they aren't being price gouged.
International Diamond Center.
For over 4 decades, IDC has stood for one thing above all, protecting our customers. No games, no inflated prices, just the diamond you want at the fair price you deserve.
So don't overpay. If you want a lab-grown diamond, come to IDC and save thousands. International Diamond Center, Tampa, Clearwater, Lakeland, and Sarasota. Online, shopidc.com.
See website for details. BillsHappen.com is not a lender. It does not make credit decisions. Must be 18 years old. Not available in all states.
Honey, everything is so expensive, and our bills are piling up.
You're telling me credit cards are maxed out, rent is due, and the car payment's right around the corner? We need some extra cash.
We should do what my friend from work did. She went to BillsHappen.com and got the money she needed the next day.
Our credit is not great. Are you sure that would work for us?
BillsHappen.com is one of the largest personal loan networks. They can help people with all credit types get up to $5,000.
Sounds like it's going to be a hassle.
My friend said it was super easy. She did it right from her phone during her lunch break.
If you have a regular source of income, you can be approved for a loan for up to $5,000, and your cash can hit your bank account the next day. BillsHappen.com's lenders have millions of dollars to lend, regardless of your credit history.
Guess what? I went to BillsHappen.com, and we're getting our money tomorrow.
Wow, that's fast. Problem solved.
If you need extra cash, go to BillsHappen.com. That's BillsHappen.com. BillsHappen.com.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes, and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try it for free. And you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Hi, folks. Phil Esposito here, Hockey Hall of Famer. Well, who knew that I was going to go a little bit deaf? I lost my hearing a little bit. People kept telling me, what's wrong with you? You can't hear. So guess what? They were right. I went to Audibel. Audibel took care of me. It was incredible. Audibel, they are terrific. And by the way, Audibel's a proud sponsor of the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Book your free hearing test now at floridahearing.com. Hear better, live better.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
This year, it was important for my business to start strong.
Starting week is not recommended.
But first, I needed a lot of stuff for the office.
Sounds like a shopping spree.
I just went to Staples. They have great prices on everything like ink, toner, printers, paper, and chairs. And now you can get up to 30% off select HP printers.
Up to 30% off HP printers. Am I on a hidden camera show?
No.
Well then, let's go Staples.
That was easy.
Shop Staples in-store, online, or on the app. Ends 131. Select models only.
Let's go! You've still got it, but your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Having a tough time paying your bills? Learn how to reduce your credit card debt to a fraction of what you owe. Call the Debt Helpline now for free advice. 800-329-9912. 800-329-9912.
If you're one of the millions of Americans behind on your taxes, if you're afraid to open your mail because IRS collection letters could be coming, listen carefully. The IRS is cracking down, taking paychecks, freezing bank accounts, revoking passports. That's a fact. But here's what most people don't know. There are official tax relief programs designed to help struggling taxpayers. Programs that could save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief. Optima's award-winning team will fight to protect your paycheck, your passport, and your property. Their tax attorneys and licensed tax professionals will work tirelessly to get you the best deal possible with the IRS. Every day, penalties and interest keep piling up, so don't wait. Call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-783-8055. That's 800-783-8055. 800-783-8055.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
1025 The Bone. Real Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio. And now, back to Senning Show. With your host, John Senning.
To Senning Show. I'm John Senning. He's Dizzy. I don't think I've looked at my Instagram. Danielle was taking videos of me this morning. I don't think she posted anything though. I just said, can you not wait? Give me like a week just so I look a little more jacked when you start taking videos of me.
No, you got to show the progression, man.
Yeah, I will. I don't know if I told you this. I've never done this, and I've had a lot of moments where I thought I was going to lose weight or get in better shape, and I've never done this. That Sunday before we came back to work, I took some before photos.
Yes.
So if I do find myself in really good shape or jacked at any point, it will be funny to go back and look at where I was at the beginning of this year.
Yeah, man. I wouldn't say funny is the word. You should be more like, God damn, look how much work I put in.
Or damn, look how sloppy I was at that point. But
you don't give that vibe off.
No,
at all.
And I have learned, like all jokes aside, like some things I struggle through, but when it comes to just general movement and range of motion, like I'm starting from a pretty good spot. So some things have been a little bit harder than others. But, this morning we're doing some work. I don't even remember exactly what it was, but there's a lot of like movements where you kind of go from like a squat, and then you have to like get up and underneath the bar, like a jerk motion.
Yeah.
And that stuff just takes time. Like a lot of it is just going to take time for me to figure it out. But so much that I've realized just in these few days is just moving is key. Like you just feel so much better. I feel so much better just by being physical in the morning. It really sets up the whole day in a much better way. So I'm excited, and the Thursday will be. I think when I come in on Thursday, you're gonna hear how dead I really am because
Wednesday is the start.
Thursday will be my first day. So Thursday will be my.
Well, you're
first
not gonna
day.
feel it till Friday then.
But I still think I will know how traumatic it was.
You think so?
Lloyd said to me when I was leaving, he goes, Thursdays get a little gnarly. That was his exact quote. So I'm prepared for whatever's going to come with it.
Have you talked to Corey about this?
No,
he's the one who's jumped in and kind of like that.
He's just a beast. So I need to catch up with him soon so he can help me tighten up some of my form. But let's give away $1,000. This hour's keyword is hope. Head to the 102.5 The Bone app now and enter the word hope before 30 minutes past the top of the hour, and the $1,000 Bone bonus could be yours. If you get a call from a number you don't recognize some point after 30 minutes past the top of the hour, just know it could be our prize patrol. They just want to call and tell you that you won $1,000. So you're being recorded. Be nice. Shout out the show. Throw them a vroom. Throw them some sort of inside joke from the show. Just tell them that you love us, whatever it may be. And then maybe we'll play it on air, and you'll have $1,000. So the word is hope. Head to the 102.5 The Bone app now and enter HOPE. You have 30 minutes to do so. And the $1,000 bone bonus could be yours. Oh, geez, what's going on? That's your alarm. Yeah. Oh, I was like, oh no, is Phillips calling your? Is he calling your number? Let's pick Senning Show. You're live on the air. Who's this?
He's like, I got to go enter that keyword.
Yeah, seriously. Dude, I got to say, I don't want to, it's never good to get too high on yourself at any given moment, but 2 days, 2 words. I wish I could remember the name of the lady who was so violent. Was it Mary? I feel like it was Mary.
I think it was something like a Jennifer or Stephanie or
just know
Kimberly.
That through all the mean and spirited things you said during the last Bone bonus, ma'am, I took, just know that we'll be better because of you. As much as I don't appreciate you and your tone and the people like you, we're gonna shoot for 100% this time around on the Bone bonus.
And just know you're still banned, lady.
Oh man, the hotline is ringing. Hold on, let me. I think I when I hit this button, I believe on the other side, truly, deeply one of my favorite artists in the world. The next 15 minutes roughly will be probably 75% respected, 25% respected broadcaster, 75% fanboy love letter. You might know him as winner of American Idol. I know him as one of the best singer-songwriters and performers of our generation. Huge fan, and he's going to be in St. Pete on Saturday night at the Taco and Tequila Festival of Vinoy Park. Philip Phillips, is that you?
Yes, sir. What an intro.
Oh,
Very
man.
impressive.
It is so, it's such a pleasure. Thank you so much for making the time. That is not hyperbole. I am a huge, huge fan and have been forever, and I'm so excited to be able to see you this Saturday night at Vinoy Park, buddy.
Yeah, man, I'm excited to come out, and it'll be a good time, dude. Yeah, I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on as well.
You bet. And one of the things about your live show that I wanted to touch on right off the get is the way that you jam with your band. Like, I don't know what the average person thinks of that maybe is not well versed in your albums and all of the music that you've made over the years, but from the first time that I went and saw you many years ago, I remember being blown away at how you let your band shine and how much you guys will just absolutely jam. If you walked up and you didn't know what was going on, you could very well think it was a jam band of sorts. Was that a decision that you made early on in your career that your live shows were going to be so musically driven and the band was going to jam so much?
Oh, yeah, for sure, man. That's just how I grew up playing music, like beginning playing music live. It was just me and a bunch of friends and my brother-in-laws, and we would just get all these other musicians. We would just jam out, man, for 3 to 4 hours on gigs and, playing for food or, tips and that's just how I started playing music live, is just, extending songs out, and then, got into writing music and obviously releasing music and then playing across the country and the world. And that was just always an important thing. Like, hey, I love singing, but I love playing music more, and I've always tried to surround myself with better musicians than myself, because it makes me play better. And they're just, I love hearing incredible musicians play. But yeah, I appreciate that. That was really cool that you said that. Yeah, that's just always been an important thing for me.
Yeah, it's funny. I remember the first couple times I saw you, I'm like, if you wanted to reimagine the whole thing and call it the Philip Phillips Band, you could have done it by the way that you let those guys absolutely jam. And do you know anything about the venue that you're going to be playing on Saturday? Because it's one of the coolest places you could play. Vinoy Park sits right on the water in St. Petersburg, so you'll be looking out at dolphins frolicking through the sea as you play. It's a really cool spot.
Oh, cool, man! I'm excited. No, I haven't. I'm really excited, and bringing my boy down, and so it'll be, we're going to check it all out and have a good time.
I feel really, you're in Georgia, right? You still live in Georgia?
Yes.
Yeah, I do have bad news. They're saying this is going to be one of the coldest weekends in the state of Florida since 2022. So I will give you a little advisory that you may need to bring your winter clothes down to St. Petersburg, Florida, which might not.
No way. I was just down in, where was it, Fort Lauderdale for a New Year's gig, and it was actually pretty chilly then. I was like, what the heck? I didn't realize it got chilly down here.
Yeah, it's we get it here and there, and we've actually had some crazy heat as well. We had a record hot Christmas, but it's going to be chilly. So just be prepared. If you're looking to be soaking up the sun and the heat all day, you might not get that exactly.
I'm glad you told me. Thank you.
Dude, I've really taken on a lot of elderly person traits over my years. Watching the birds and paying attention to the weather are two of my favorite things. So.
No, I love it, dude. I'm the same way. I usually look the day before I leave, but I haven't gotten to the point where I'm like looking a week ahead. So maybe in the next few years I'll get there.
If it's cool with you, I'd like to kind of take a little journey through your career. Obviously, a lot of people, if you're not totally familiar with the catalog and you hear the name, a lot of people know the song "Home" and know that you won American Idol. And I was my co-host Dizzy here. I was kind of telling him about you and sharing things about you at the beginning of the show today. And I went back and I played your legendary performance from American Idol, which was probably. I have a couple bullet point moments where I fell more and more in love with you over the years, but the first being when you busted out Usher Raymond on American Idol with "You Got It Bad." What was the thought? Was that a straight up you song choice? Are you an Usher fan, or was that like you had a small list to pick from and that one caught your eye when you performed that song?
No, I was definitely love some of the Usher music.
Usher, baby.
It's I'd done another song by him as well, "Nice and Slow," and I still will do that occasionally. And but yeah, it just kind of made sense. I like that song as well, so I kind of changed it up a little bit during that moment, and it was my choice. Just about every song that I on that show was I got to choose and change up or whatever, but yeah, dude, yeah, it's just, pretty sexy. I play his music to make myself feel like I'm kind of sexy because I can't write sexy music.
I don't know about that. Yeah. I got something here in a little bit where I want to shine a light on your sexiest song, but
the Nice and Slow song though, were you surprised when you heard the lyrics weren't "Cruising the Streets"?
Oh yeah,
or did you always know it's "Who's in the Street"?
Yeah, that's a great question. We learned that not long ago, and I would be curious.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
How did you sing it? Did you sing it "Cruising the Streets"?
I think "Cruising," yeah.
It's not that apparently.
Usher did a video a few months back that just completely blew our mind where he said it's "Who's in the Street," not "Cruising the Streets."
What?
Yeah, I don't know.
I think he's wrong.
Yeah, and also take that with a grain of sand. I don't want you to go changing it in your set and then find out that we gave you bad information.
Now I'm going to be stressing out when I sing it.
So we kind of come off the heels of winning American Idol, and when I talk about moments where I just remember vividly being blown away by your music, saw you win American Idol. We were a big American Idol family at the time, and then you dropped "The World from the Side of the Moon," and I believe I got it as a gift like the day that it came out from my mother-in-law, and I'm like, okay, this guy, I liked him a lot in American Idol. I wonder what he's all about. And immediately with that opening track, "Man on the Moon," it's kind of this stripped down song that almost has a like rap like flow to it. And I instantaneously was like, oh, this dude is legit. Talk to us about how you worked on that album, because it is kind of crazy to think you're small town Georgia boy. Next thing you know, you're winning American Idol and then put into a studio with what I imagine is very talented producers and writers. Do you look back on making that album as a fond memory?
Oh yeah. I mean, there's nothing like the first album, and majority, I'd say like exception of like maybe 2 to 3 songs. All of those songs were songs that I'd either written, before Idol and all that. I'd written when I was living with my parents, or maybe there's a few that I'd written kind of right before all that happened as well. And so a lot of those songs are just really, really special and kind of just tell you what was going on in my life during a younger time. And that opening track, "Man on the Moon," special song. I remember coming up with that guitar riff because it was always, when I was growing up, I loved playing the weird, coming up with weird guitar parts that you could sing a nice melody over, or learning those songs from artists that I loved. I love that song. It's such a cool, guitar piece. And then the groove that comes in, Aaron Sterling, incredible drummer. He actually came up with that drum beat for that song. And, we had 3 weeks to make that whole album, from cutting guitars to mastering. So luckily I did write all of those songs ahead of time. So it was more so figuring out a few of them as we were recording, as how I wanted them to sound. And because even from the first album to all this new stuff, I've always been, maybe not listed as producer, but I always, I feel like most artists are like that anyways. Even if they're not listed as producer, you're producing the song. Like, no, this doesn't sound right, or this does sound right, or, needs horns here, or needs this, that, there. But, that whole album, man, Tell Me a Story is another song, crazy, weird tuning. I was kind of in a stage of messing with these weird tunings on the guitar, and that's a weird one, pretty fun to play as a guitar player. But yeah, I still love rock and hip hop music, and I try to do that a little bit maybe during that song, but I'm not very good at it.
And there's a couple on there. Get up, get down, get a little bit closer to the seat. Like there's a flow to it that not knowing what that album was going to sound like. I just remember.
Yeah, I think there's
blown
like a
away.
youngness too. There's like a younger thing of just like not caring as much, and then you're like, oh, people actually like it. Then you get stressed.
And it's funny too. We talk so much. I listen to all sorts of different music. I've been through a huge country phase. I'm big in the alternative, Sam Barber, Zach Bryan type stuff right now. But we live in more of a genre-less world now than we do or did back in that time. If you had to put a genre on that album when you put it out, is it folk? Is it Americana? Is it straightforward pop? Or would you rather just not even need to label it?
Yeah, that's kind of always been a thing with me, with discussions with so many people, even business discussions are like, we don't really know where to put you. We don't know. It's like, I'm inspired by so many different genres of music. I'm, from South Georgia, so everyone, when they talk to me, they say, oh, you're a country singer? Like, no, that was everybody else in my town except for me. But I appreciate, the older country music and even some of this newer Americana country. And, but, I loved funk and rock and jazz and stuff growing up. So represents that in a way. And, you hear about, you kind of talking about the Zach Bryans and he's starting to add, more horns to his music and all this stuff. So, you shouldn't limit yourself, in my opinion. I think even, is it how you say Chapel Rome? Is that how you say the first one? Yeah. I think she released a country song after she had all these huge hits. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. As an artist, you just want to write what you like, and, hopefully people like it. But, it kind of, my whole genre is, there's folk and there's rock and there's some funk and there's some jazz and there might be a little R&B and so there's a little bit of everything, and I'm inspired by it all. I don't know when I'm writing a song, I'm not going into it thinking like, oh, this has got to be a funk song or this has got to be a folky song or soft, quieter song. I'm just kind of writing and seeing how it goes, and it changes when you're in the studio. It just changes so much. And you're like, oh wait, maybe actually should do this and get bigger, or maybe it should stay small or whatever.
Yeah, that's so cool to hear you kind of break it down like that. Again, this is Philip Phillips. He's going to be performing at the St. Pete Tacos and Tequila Festival this Saturday night. All the events that are put on by this group down at Vinoy Park are great. I really can't think of a better way to spend a Saturday than at Vinoy Park on the water, margarita in one hand, taco in the other, with Philip Phillips right before your very eyes. I have a little bit of an intermission question for you, if it's okay. I was skimming through your social media this morning, and something that I'm very passionate about, and I've been spreading the good word to all of my friends and to all sorts of people in the community, is the good word of boiled peanuts. And I happened upon a social media picture of yours that was really just it was a cup of boiled peanuts, but I have a deeper question. I make a boiled peanut that has carrots. It's got potatoes. It's got onions, maybe even olives. It sometimes.
So you're making a soup at this point.
Well, and I was worried that's what you were going to say, because some traditionalist, I would say gatekeepers, try to tell me that I'm doing something wrong by the boiled peanut. Are you telling me that boiled peanuts should be nothing more?
I don't really make them. I think I've made them a couple of times in my life. It's been a long time, but maybe you just add more flavor to it, man. I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
All right, good. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to pull it off, but I'm gonna bring a batch down to Vinoy and see if.
Bring it on, man. I'll eat them. I'll eat anything. I love food.
If they can get you some boiled peanuts backstage. I wanted to touch on something kind of off the beaten path, right off the heels of that. I guess it was a little bit after the first album, because I remember just thinking, and there's bigger things out there, and I'm not looking to touch on it, but people can Google if they want to know. But I remember just thinking, like, the world doesn't know how good Philip Phillips is. And at the time, I was listening to a lot of John Mayer and Ben Harper and music like that. And I was so damn excited when you went on that tour with John Mayer. And I was lucky enough to see you in Orlando for that tour. Was that a period of time where you that was the thought process there, was getting that music in front of that audience so people could really see what you were all about?
Yeah, for sure, man. I mean, like you said, people never, I even played a show here in my town. I think it was 2018, I think. Not to get away from the subject, the tour with John Mayer was, a highlight of my life in those next several years. But, even people in my hometown are like, oh, we love you, we support you, we love your music, all this stuff. And then it came time to do an actual show. It was me and Luke Bryan, because we're from the same town and we were raising money, whatever. And we go out there, and right before we go, and I'm like, I know no one is going to get what we're about to do, live, because they've only, I'm sure most of them only really listen to the first, there's the bigger songs, Home and Gone, and maybe one or two others, and we go out there and we just get off the stage and you feel really good, and we just killed it and got off stage, whatever, and then I'm home, that whole next week, and I'm walking around town with, getting food or whatever, like, we didn't know you played. We didn't know you did that. We didn't know that. I was like, oh, yeah, thanks. I'm glad you liked it. We were so shocked. That was awesome. We were like, yeah, come on and keep seeing some more shows,
And that really, like, you brought it home. And for everybody listening right now, I would say, if you've listened to the album, the older songs, you might not understand what a Philip Phillips show is. I mean, we kind of led it by talking about it, but the musical forward nature of what you do and the way that you guys jam, I think that the average person who didn't know would be very surprised by your live show. And I do hope a bunch of people come out and see you for the first time on Saturday night.
Yeah, man, it's going to be fun. I think it's like a duo or trio set up, and that's always a good time. Cool. And makes it, really loose, and sometimes I'll talk a lot, and then I'll get nervous, and then I might not talk, and then I'll talk some more, and then might not talk. So but it's going to be a good time.
You can get more information at stpetetacos.com. There's kind of a breakdown of the price. If you come before 2, it's free. If you come between 2 and 5, it's $7. If you come after 5, it's $12. They've got VIP access as well, where you can get different tequilas and stuff like that. So definitely make your plans. I know that you don't have all the time in the world, so I'm going to skip ahead a little bit, but I wanted to touch on what I think is, I have it on vinyl. It gets played in my house probably at least once to twice a month. The Collateral album, after you took a break for a bit, I think is your masterpiece, and I absolutely love it. And I remember reading, and even when I heard it, when you made that album, was it ultimately the album that you had always wanted to make?
During that time, I love those songs, man. They're very personal songs, and it's kind of, it just speaks about what was going on. There's songs that sound like a heartbreak and a breakup, and maybe between two people, but that's not really what it is for me. And a lot of, like you said, there's a lot of time in between that second and third album, and a lot of legal things going on, so that album kind of represents, again, kind of what you're saying, that is a little bit of everything. Magnetic has a little more of that R&B feel and more R&B kind of pop, and then there's funk with Don't Tell Me, and then there's a song Broken Down that's on acoustic and cello, and then there's some other, there's a little bit of everything, and I just absolutely love it. I think I'd say that album represents me as far as like what I'm inspired by musically. Probably represents me more than all the other albums, and as far as music goes, and I just love it, man. And you're kind of proud of each album in their own certain ways, because they all have a different meaning. Even this last one that came out, Drift Back, was lyrically some of my favorite lyrics that I'd written, and there's some cool music as well, musicality in that as well. And I'm working on new music as well. So I'm excited for it. And, got 2 kids now. So music is, the lyrics are kind of changing. So.
Yeah. And it's, and you touched on with the Usher conversation earlier about you being able to act sexy. I know you're a family man. I know you're a man of the Lord, but I would have to say that "Magnetic" is absolutely one of your horniest songs. It is a baby. It is a baby maker. It's a baby maker all day long.
Yeah, I like my wife for sure. I was trying to write a song that would make her think I'm. Make her think I'm hot, and I think she did for a minute.
Did. Yeah, I think it worked. From my perspective, it worked. It absolutely did.
Yeah, I am a family guy, man. I'm making a bottle right now.
Oh no! Look at that, Philly Phil making bottles live on the air. Who else has got that kind of coverage?
Bottles and got 2 kids now, and 6-year-old and a little over 6-month-old, and I just love it, man. I want to be around my kids more than I want to do just about anything else, and just want to be a present father. And being a parent's hard, man. It comes with challenges, but it's also the most rewarding, coolest thing in the whole world. So, I don't know if you have kids or not.
I do not. I don't know that path is for me. But if there was ever anybody who was ever going to talk me into it, it's Philip Phillips. So you got
man.
Pitch.
It's not for everybody.
Yeah.
I get it when somebody says they don't want to have kids. It definitely changes everything. But I guess for me, my boy is a wild little joker, and I love him. And my girl, she's just a sweetie pie right now, anyways. And it's all good though.
Dude, it's and I just wanted to add a personal anecdote. That album, Collateral, I think was so important in my life. I've been with my wife now for 20 years. We've been married only for a few, but we've been together for 20 years. And something about that album, when I think about it, I think it brought us together in a very interesting way. And after being together for, I think, 12 or 13 years, I finally proposed. We got a cabin up in Ellijay, Georgia, and
cool.
I took her down by the river, and I put part of my plan on the radio, and I proposed to that song, and we played that as our wedding, at our wedding as well. And when you hear a song that you feel like is speaking directly to you, it can mean a lot. And that song, at a point in my life where I was trying to make it in radio and didn't know if I was going to make it and trying to figure it out, was a really important song for me and for us. And I'm just a huge fan, man. And I appreciate you so much for spending time, even a little extra time than we were scheduled for today, man. I'm looking forward to Saturday night, tacos and tequila, downtown St. Pete. If you've seen Philip Phillips, you know what you're in for. If you have not, you got to come through to watch the man jam. He is a great musician, and I look forward to seeing you on Saturday, man. Would love to shake your hand if you're around.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Just come find me, and that was very nice of what you did. That was very kind words that you said, man. Thank you so much for that, and I love hearing that. And looking forward to meeting you and seeing everybody. Yeah, y'all come on out and have a good time, and we can eat some tacos and get fat and sassy.
You love it. And I'm bringing those boiled peanuts. So if you see a bearded man that looks mildly homeless wandering around backstage with a vat of boiled peanuts, just know that's me. Okay, I'm looking for you.
All right, buddy. You take care.
All right. You're the best. Philip Phillips, St. Pete Taco and Tequila Festival this Saturday. Make your plans to go see him. What a guy.
Yeah, that was an awesome interview.
That was good. That was really fun. It's always, we always talk about it, and it's, I've seen Drew do it over the years when you can kind of put somebody at ease. Like I've got the vibe that Philip Phillips probably doesn't love the idea of doing an interview.
You think so?
I mean, I just think he's reserved. He's a family man, doesn't tour a bunch. I don't think he shares tons of stuff on social media. So when he saw probably Tampa radio guy, I don't know that he was totally hyped for it, but I think when you can, kind of through conversation and letting him know what's up, put him at ease and make him realize that everything's on the up and up. It's a cool feeling.
It was a great interview. I really had a favorite moment of the interview.
Dude, did that happen?
Yes.
I mean, we're gonna have to pull the audio to find out.
Well, everyone on YouTube said it did.
It surely sounded like
I was like,
yeah,
that just happened. Everyone's like, yeah, we pulled it back.
My other thought was it possibly a baby? Like, was he?
I don't know. Did
it sound like a man? That sounded like a man rip.
Yeah, it didn't sound like a little baby.
It definitely. I heard it, and I wanted to pretend that I didn't hear it. but it was so undeniably sounded like somebody ripping ass that it was hard to deny. So we're gonna have to isolate that sound during the break.
Yes,
we're gonna have to come back and study the tape. And you know what? If he did, I feel like Philip Phillips is man enough to recognize what he did, and
that's how comfortable he was. He goes, "I can fart with this guy."
It took everything in me to not say something. Like it was right here. Like the words were, "Did you just rip ass?" They were right in my throat, right around here. But I just chose to keep the train moving. But
it was a great interview. You want to throw it off, maybe like
because
him having to be like, no.
Well, the thing is yes, he'd either embrace it and think it's the funniest thing ever.
Yeah,
it didn't really happen, and then he's like, "What is this guy doing?" Or the third.
That would have been insane if it wasn't even a fart. It was like a chair.
Like noise or a chair or something. So we're gonna have to study the tape. But I'm very, very excited for Saturday night. And truly, music lovers, I think you'll appreciate, even if you don't know much about them, I think you'd appreciate the show. And so I'm looking at the website. They have a Liberty Reserve VIP. They have the Tequila Daisy VIP, and then also the general entry. So lots of different options. I had a bunch of notes here about the event as a whole. 100 plus taco options from 25 top food vendors. Headliners: Philip Phillips on Saturday, the Reese Brothers on Sunday, which are also amazing.
Yeah,
Craft margaritas, lucha libre wrestling, taco eating contest, People's Choice Taco contest, and there's going to be live mural artists out there as well. So, like I said, the events, the Brewed Life events that they put on at the pier and at Vinoy every time, whether it's barbecue or tequila and tacos and everything in between, they're always amazing events. So come on through. And who doesn't love a chilly little concert? A chilly little concert on the water on a Saturday night. I don't know if it gets much better than that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how cold I want. Like, what's your ideal cold by the water?
We know we're different when it comes to cold.
Of course.
I want to put my winter clothes on when I leave the house.
Really?
I want to be able
to. Like, you want 50s?
I want, dude.
40s.
Yes. I mean, there isn't a temperature that you could tell me that would be too cold. I mean,
Really?
if you told me that it was going to be like -10, I'd be like, okay, I got to wear the parka. but no, like I like a hoodie. If I've got to wear jeans, I'm okay with it. But I'd like to be. I can normally pull off shorts in most cold weather. Hoodie, thick long sleeve underneath it with a beanie cap on the top, and being completely comfortable is my premium. Premium.
Yeah, we are definitely different. And no beach balls.
Yeah.
I mean, can you have them in that weather?
Will they shrink themselves? Is that what you're saying?
No, like, is it, if someone throws up a beach ball, you're going to go, it's more of a hot thing.
Yeah, no, I don't know, but I will absolutely shred apart every beach ball that I see. It's especially at Philip Phillips, out of all shows, I feel like I'd have to rip the beach balls apart.
That's almost like something we should ask every artist. How do you feel
we really
about the beach
should.
balls?
I
Get a counter.
I honestly, so I got a text from the people this morning that said, you got 15 minutes. And I swear to you, dude, I have like essentially a page of notes that I wrote myself. I was 3 down the page and I looked down and it had been 12 minutes. So, I mean, I have lots of things that we did, that we did not ever get to with him. But who knows? Maybe we sparked a new friendship and he'll be back someday.
Also, I love that he sang the song incorrectly.
Yeah. The Who's in the Streets?
Yeah.
I wonder.
Didn't Usher say it's Who's in the Streets?
He did.
Yeah.
Nice and slow. Who's in the street? I just wonder if it's a debated thing. Is it known as a prank that Usher did on the world?
Oh, that would suck too if he was just messing
in
with
Usher's hit Nice and Slow, the lyric debate is whether he says who's in the streets or cruise in the streets, but it's actually the latter.
Yeah.
It's the latter. So that means it would be,
No, latter's second.
Oh, who would be who's in the streets? Oh, yeah, you're right. And I think I have the clip of Usher when he dropped this bomb on the world. Stand by.
Niggas go goofy, like you
That's still Philip Phillips.
Okay, I'll say.
You see somebody and they used to be solid. If they go goofy,
That's not
they just
not it. That's not it at all. That's somebody else. Stand by. We're gonna get to this.
7 o'clock on the dot. I'm in my drop top. Who's in the street?
It's Who's in the Street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Usher was right.
I mean, I guess they both work, but it just
Cruise in the Street sounds better.
It's just cooler. It's just like we're cruising the street.
Who's in the street sounds more like what hookers are out tonight?
Yeah, it is it is like I'm in the drop top. Who's out in these streets?
Yeah.
What kind of hoes we got out on these in these streets these days? My computer's completely froze up over here.
Do we have to sing our way out again?
We might have to. Hold on. I just wanted to make sure that there was something I wasn't forgetting. No, we gave away the word. We did all of that. Okay, I remember now. All right, let's step aside for a moment. When we come back, I'm going to pay off on my tease from earlier. I need to at least touch on why Florida is a bad place to raise kids. I think it's kind of a good segue with Phil Phillips talking about how much he loves his kids and whether or not Florida is a good place to raise them. And I want to talk about your bedtime because I do this. They call it sleep procrastination.
Oh.
They also call it revenge bedtime. And I want to talk about exactly what that is, and we'll dig into it and a lot more coming up next on more Senning Show. Oh yeah, I'm locked up. You want to sing should we sing a song?
Yeah, let's go with the nice and slow.
What do you want to 7 o'clock on the dot. I'm in my drop top. Who's in the streets? I got a real pretty little thing that's waiting for me.
I pull up, anticipating good love. Don't keep me waiting. I got plans to put my plans in places I never seen. Girl, you know what I mean.
You're listening to Senning Show on 102.5 The Bone. Tell us what you think. Head to the 102.5 The Bone app now and leave us an open mic. The Open Mic on the free 102.5 The Bone app is sponsored by 1-800-ASK-GARY.
Transform your backyard for less than $5 a day. Fence Outlet will install a sleek black aluminum fence that adds style, security, and curb appeal for just $125 a month. Visit fenceoutlet.com for details. License number C-10252.
Hi, I'm attorney Fran Hosh. Being involved in a car or motorcycle accident can be stressful. I've dedicated my career to helping accident victims and their loved ones. If you need an attorney you can trust, give me a call today at 866-LAW-FRAN. We will give you a free case evaluation and won't charge you any fees unless you recover money. Give me a call today at 866-LAW-FRAN, 866-LAW-FRAN, or visit me online at lawfran.com. Main office, Palm Harbor.
A lot of people, when they come in, they'll say, this is my last hope. The next step is getting them in the right arch supports. Our goal is to have that long-term change for them, to see someone that is in pain, I change things for them. See how we can help you with a free fitting at the Good Feet store.
Tampa, Florida, it's your boy Bert Kreischer, the machine. Woo! I'm back, baby! I will see you at the Benchmark International Arena January 30th on the Permission Party World Tour. Get your tickets at BertBertBert.com. I'll see you there.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. A question I get all the time is how did we become the largest injury firm in the world? We have over 1,000 lawyers in all 50 states and close to 6,000 coworkers. Our call center is on duty 24/7. You can reach us at any time at forthepeople.com. But the real reason is we won a lot. When you visit our website, go to our verdicts and settlements. There you will see what our clients were offered and what they were awarded at trial. All those verdicts help us resolve many cases fairly and early. You see, nothing beats reputation. The insurance industry knows who we are. We even have insurance adjusters call us for representation because they know too. We've made it easy. On your mobile device or computer, go to forthepeople.com and we will get busy. It's that easy. Call today. Morgan & Morgan, for the people. Injured? Dial #law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Now that we're getting older, we've been putting more thought into maintaining our health.
We knew the water we drink every day could be filled with contaminants, so
we called Leaf Home Water Solutions.
They came to our home and did a free water test and gave us the analysis right away.
We were shocked at what we saw.
They found heavy metals like iron and copper.
Our own tap water was putting our health at risk, but Leaf Home Water Solutions made it easy to get safer water from every tap and hose. A whole home solution.
They have more than 250 product combinations and designed a system that fits our needs and budget. The installation took less than a day.
With Leaf Home Water Solutions, our water is safer and healthier. When we drink, when we cook, when we shower, even when we garden.
We feel better about our health.
Thanks to Leaf Home Water Solutions.
Schedule your free home water test today at leafhome.com/free and save 15% on all home water treatment systems. That's leafhome.com/free for your free home water test and 15% off. leafhome.com/free.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well,
Trying to find a needle in a haystack? Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job in ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter. Want to make 2026 your year of adventure? Book that trip and learn a new language with Babbel. Go ahead, make a resolution you can stick to. Now is the time. Babbel's New Year sale is here. Unlock all of the languages on Babbel with a lifetime subscription for 65% off. Turn your daydream into a destination this year with Babbel. Get Babbel's lifetime access for less at Babbel.com. That's BABBEL.com. Babbel.com.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers. So we build specially adapted homes at Homes for Our Troops. And thanks to our donors and supporters, this life-changing gift of freedom is provided mortgage-free to these veterans. But we need you to join us too in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Bulls fans, score a one-of-a-kind Lightning football jersey with the purchase of a ticket pack to the Lightning game on Tuesday, January 20th versus the Sharks. It's the perfect attire for the Navy Federal Credit Union Stadium Series game. Go to TampaBayLightning.com/ticket-packs to get yours today.
Involved in a car accident? We understand the pressure you're under. Call Farah and Farah. Tampa.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Now, back to Senning Show with your host, John Senning.
Margarita, cause my girl, she's a pleaser. Hooked up, gonna keep her. Hell no, I wouldn't leave her. Big South Margarita, cause my girl, she's a pleaser.
Welcome back to Senning Show. Thanks for being here. We're helping you get through your Tuesday. I'm John Senning. He is Dizzy. Phone lines wide open. 800-771-1025. Social media at The John Senning, at Dizzy for Mayor on X and Instagram. And shout out to everybody who's hanging out in the chat room. You can watch the program. All you got to do is look up 1025 The Bone. You'll see that the light's got the little live light. Click on it, and boom. You're in the mix. You're not in the mix like we'll be in the mix on Friday, but you're in the mix in the chat room with everybody else. Shout out to every time I see what I'm going to do from here on out, rather than giving everybody shout outs all the time, anytime I see a name that looks new to me.
Oh.
Dennis 9706, the artist formerly known as Promo John. That is me. Welcome, Dennis. This feels like one of the first times I've seen you in there. So, I want to talk about this bedtime procrastination thing. I do it terribly. And it's such a subtle little thing in your mind. And it made me realize today, so over the break, I don't know if you have this. We've talked a little bit about how sometimes you don't sleep that well. And I feel like I don't sleep that well ever. But I didn't totally dig into this element of it. Over the break, I slept so well. When I tell you I slept just almost never woke up. I'm never fall asleep on the couch guy, like while we're watching.
Really?
If I had a nickel for every time I fell asleep on the couch while watching a show or a movie or in the middle of the day or at any given point over the break, I'd probably have about $10. Wow. Like I was very and I just can't. when the wheels of life are turning, I just can't shut it off and sleep like that. But I've realized, and I already kind of knew it, but after reading this article, this is my biggest thing about going to bed at night. Americans lose over 300 hours of sleep per year due to revenge bedtime procrastination. The survey of 2,000 Americans revealed that the vast majority of respondents, 96%, are guilty of this, where they intentionally stay up to enjoy their personal time because they feel like it's the only time that they have. Even when they know it's going to negatively affect their life and their sleep, and they're probably going to wake up tired and they're not going to get as much sleep as they should. Respondents have a revenge bedtime every other night, which is about 3.5 times per week, staying up roughly an hour and 50 minutes later than usual each time. So my revenge bedtime often comes right when we get into bed. Danielle gets into bed, she passes out, and then sometimes I'm on my phone, but I try to put that down at some point. A lot of times I turn on the TV and I just start watching old wrestling or like podcast or just nature documentaries, whatever it is. And I don't think I'm actively thinking it while it's happening, but it's also like this is like it's exactly what it's saying. You're procrastinating the end of the day, I think is what you're ultimately doing. Is you're like, let me get more out of this day for myself, even if it's doing something as stupid as watching TV or playing on your phone. Subconsciously, you're trying to get all that you can out of your day, even if it means you're going to be tired the next morning.
Maybe. I just feel like it's as simple as I just can't fall asleep. It's maybe I got too much rattling around in the brain, maybe too much caffeine.
But if you don't even try, I think it comes down to if you even try. You know what I mean? Like, I know that if I think I know, if right when we got into bed, lights off completely, no looking at phones, no TV on, sleep mask on, noise machine going, I'm probably going to be able to go to sleep.
Oh, okay.
Like, to me, sometimes I have problems falling asleep. My biggest issue is waking up. The initial fall asleep, usually pretty smooth. It's when I wake up at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and then I can't get back to sleep.
Yeah, an hour in, and you're like, damn, I'm awake now. Damn, am I getting good sleep now? And like, oh my God. Okay, I get you on that part of it.
This was commissioned by a mattress company, and the survey looked at why respondents are choosing to stay up late and the impacts that it has on your sleep. 63% of respondents said nighttime is the only time they have for themselves, which might explain the most common uses of this late nighttime. I have to tell you what I've been thinking about, though. Over the break, when Trent was staying with me, I got the new NHL game for Xbox. We had so much fun playing it. And the thing is that it was established very early on with Danielle. She's not about video games. Like, she's definitely never going to be somebody who's going to like sit and watch me play video games. So I have been thinking more about spending my sleep procrastination time playing video games. I haven't played it. I haven't played it since he left. But I have found myself thinking about playing it probably multiple times a day.
Yeah, that's the key is when you're in a relationship is once she goes to sleep, it goes, boys get the game
It's game time. Dude, what a great game. But you ever play hockey? I don't think I had played a hockey video game since I was probably 12 years old. And it was as much fun as I've had playing a video game in 15 years.
Yeah, I mean, for me, you're talking to a guy who likes gaming. I enjoy gaming. I would consider myself a gamer. Like, I'm not a nerd when it comes to it. It's like, oh, this game and this game. But, like, I lock in at the end of the night. And honestly, it's a way for me. We're all adults now. It's a way to hang out with the boys sometimes. It's like, oh, I'm playing here. Maybe a boy up in Canada's playing or someone else, you know? So it's a way for me to kind of, like, hang out with my boys and then just have some me time.
Yeah, and I may dip into that. I think it would be fun to play the NHL game on online and play with it.
What I need to do is get the NASCAR, and then you and me could play online together.
That would be huge.
Yeah,
that would be a game changer.
Yes, we could be some shake and bake.
Oh damn! I totally messed up your Christmas present. Okay, what's the next holiday? I'm totally getting you the NASCAR game for Martin Luther King Day. Is that sacrilege?
No.
Is it wrong to get a man of color a NASCAR gift?
I would argue it's progressive, and Martin would love that.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. I'll get you a Bubba Wallace shirt too, so we can keep it on brand.
Exactly.
Senning Show. You're live on the air. Who's this?
It's Ray. What's going on, guys?
Ray. What up, buddy?
Not much, man. Dude, you're describing me to a T, man. I feel like I just run on constant naps my whole life, man. It's like as long as I get 3-4 hours nap, man, it's It's definitely, you're talking about the video games, man. Once I come home, man, it's like I transferred from work mode to dad mode to husband mode to everybody's asleep mode. Now I'm finally allowed to not think about anything. So I've got the VR, bro.
Oh, damn.
That VR playing the Ghost of Tabor, man, the shooting games, the extract games on the VR. I'll do that till 2, 3 in the morning. Then I'll go watch TikTok for about an hour till my eyes finally tell me to go to sleep. But
you ever, when everybody goes to bed in the house, you ever fire up the VR porno on those goggles, or is it gaming only?
Dude, I don't know, man. I looked at it one time, dude, and I just can't get. I mean, you got to have the most beautiful cut of meat. If you don't want to see a 50-foot back cut of meat, you don't want to see it.
Is he insulting?
Hell yeah. What?
Did he just basically say, hey, my D sucks? Yeah, Lil Dicky, my D sucks. My D sucks.
Yeah, it's the thing is that I think I can never be like the people you hear about like highfalutin billionaires and stuff. You hear these people that say that they don't sleep or they sleep 2 hours a day or 2 hours a night. I will never be that guy. Like if I'm less than, like I'm always shooting for 8. I'm always shooting for 8.
Wow. You get 8?
I don't get 8, but I'm shooting for 8. Like 8 is the window in which I think is perfect. Like if I can know that I'm asleep by noon and I know that midnight, and then I'm getting out of bed by 8 a.m., then I know at least I tried for 8 hours.
Okay.
But the thing is that like if I were to get less than 6, like don't even, I'm not fit for the world. Like I'm not getting no sleep. Be fine guy. I
really
no.
Like for me, the wake up for sure hard, and your mind's kicking back. It's like get your ass back to sleep. But for me, once I get up and I go in the bathroom and put water on my face and stuff, I'm up. There's no like, oh, groggy, slow. It's like there's a 2-minute window of me from the bed to the bathroom, and I'm good to go.
But I also don't think I'm there very often. You know what I mean? Like something would have to happen where I would be in a situation where I feel like I got terrible sleep. Like there would have to be a very specific set of circumstances. Like I was getting up to do something for the morning show or had to be somewhere super early, or something kept me out all hours of the night when I had to be productive the next day. So I can't even tell you the last time that I remember being that tired. I just know that, you know, when you have that tiredness where you almost start to feel like this hum through your body. Like it's almost like that's the best way I could explain it, at least for me. If I have not gotten enough sleep and it gets later into the day, it's just like almost like my body is your
body's constantly
vibrating.
Yawning.
Yeah, it
but
is.
You're not doing it out loud audibly. I kind of get what you're saying.
It is. It's just that feeling.
Yeah.
And I definitely used to experience it a lot more when I worked in promo. There was a lot of early mornings and things like that. That's another reason why. I know it's the goal in radio and, you know, everybody wants to do mornings. I don't know if I would be able to live that life, like, and have any quality of life. I mean, everybody who's ever done it tells you never get used to it. And I believe it. And I don't know that I would have a good quality of life if I tried.
I feel like you kind of get used to it, because when I was up in Canada going to college classes, I would have to wake up 4 a.m. in the morning just so I can get to class on time for like a 9 a.m., 10 a.m.
That's crazy.
And I got used to the fact there was definitely times where like you would figure out, like for instance, in the morning show, you're there the whole time. Whereas on my way to the school, taking the long bus, I could take a little nap and then catch up. So there might be a little.
You just wanted to let people know you weren't on the short bus?
Well,
or
no,
do they call it that?
No, because it's the long buses. They're like Greyhounds. They're not like regular public buses. They're like
nobody thought you were on the short bus, dude. It's fine. You didn't have to say. Nobody did. Yeah, but that's the other thing too, is you're not just waking up. You're waking up to be on stage, you know, figuratively on stage and on your game. And that's not to mention what you're going to do before the show and all of that. So I've done it in small doses, a couple here, a couple there, and that makes it even worse. But
do you think people notice without you saying anything, they can go, John didn't get good sleep?
Like on this show?
Like just in general, people around you, besides Danielle, I guess, because she's with you every day, like Drew, JoJo, me, like anyone who sees you during the day.
Probably not.
You don't think
Probably
so?
not.
You think you function through it?
I think I can function through it in a moment. Like if I had been without proper sleep for a week on end, I think people would probably start noticing. But I'm a sissy boy, baby. I got to get my beauty rest.
Do you have a morning routine? Like you used to do the cold plunge. You don't do that anymore.
Well, I mean, it's tough because I'm in this between time now where I'm going to the gym and stuff. But I mean, usually it's pop right up.
You should be doing them more now.
Yeah. Well, no, that's what I'm saying. I pop right up and then I go for a walk with Brody. So that would be my, yes, actually I do have a morning routine now that you say. So
but wait, hold on. You don't do the cold plunges anymore now that you're doing the workouts?
No. I'm just saying my routine is becoming different and I don't even know what it is yet because I haven't started the schedule.
Got you.
But so I pop up, I go for a walk with Brody, probably like a 15-minute walk. We come back, give him all his old man medicine and snacks and treats and all that stuff. And then I have this big chair. I've been wanting to I was thinking about starting to record videos from it because I have this, I now call it my thinking chair. It's a big egg chair. So it's got this huge frame to it. And you can kind of like get in it and like be cozy in it. And I normally put the Bone on YouTube, on the TV in the room, and then I get in this cozy egg chair, and I spend about an hour and a half in that chair going through news, going through social media, looking for stuff to talk about. And then after that is when I would normally hit the sauna, hit the cold plunge.
Like the chairs from Men in Black?
No, this one is, similar shape, but this one's bigger, and it's made of wicker.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about.
So it's and then after that I usually hit the sauna and then the cold plunge and then it's time to come here by that time. So
wicker chairs, not a big thing anymore. Those used to be everywhere. And I used to love them.
Dude, I love a wicker chair.
I love a wicker chair.
I love my wicker.
I'm not doing this with you.
Senning Show, you're live on the air.
Pulled into this in the sports.
Hey guys, this is Zagot in Clearwater.
Who? Zig. Notorious ZIG. What's up?
Hey, brothers. Hey, doing great job, man. I love the show. It's always a pleasure coming home and listening to you guys.
Appreciate that.
Listen, check this out. One thing that really messed me up was working in the restaurant industry and working until 2 a.m, you know, and then you hang out. You don't even go to bed till 4:30 most of the time.
Yeah, and I had those nights for sure. That's a tough life to live.
And if I can go back in time, I'd be like, you know what, find a regular job. Because it took me years to get out of that. Because I bartend for 20 years, and then next thing you know, it's like you try to do a regular job and you're messed up.
Well, yeah, that's the restaurant business is notoriously hard to escape. The schedule is one thing, but the other thing is the cash. It's always so hard to try to go to a real job where you get a paycheck every week when you're used to having $200 cash in your hand every day. So it's definitely a little bit of a vortex, and it can be tough to get out of. But I appreciate the call, Zig. Have a great day, buddy.
You too.
Thanks,
that'd be good. You know what they'd call never mind. And I've now teased it roughly 4 or 5 times. Florida was named the 11th worst state to raise a family in 2026. This was according to Wallet Hub. The personal finance company analyzed 50 metrics and ranked the states by family fun, health and safety, education, childcare, affordability, and socioeconomics. Florida as a whole, I feel like that feels a little too broad because there's a lot of areas of Florida that I don't know about. I think a lot about my childhood and what it was like to grow up in a small town, and I'm just going to come right out and say this. It may be shocking. Let's just say there was a whoopsie daisy and Danielle got pregnant.
Okay.
I think I'd probably be leaving Florida.
Really?
Yes.
And you'd want to go live small town style with her. Okay.
Yeah. And maybe not. Maybe there would be a moment where we'd think about somewhere else around here and we'd be able to make it work. But I personally had just had the thoughts that if that was a path that we were going to take, I think I'd want to be somewhere else.
Well, what would be the main reasoning that you're like, this ain't gonna work here?
I think it's just reflecting on my own childhood. And I feel very like I believe that where I grew up in the town and the community shaped me into who I am. And I think that the saying, it takes a village, I don't think that's just a fun thing to say. I think being surrounded by a community and being surrounded by people that care and not, it's really once you start getting into a big city where the parent can't even really grasp the atmosphere that their kid is growing up in. Yeah. And that's take out the dangers of cities and all of that. I think there's just something about knowing everything you can know about the environment that you're raising your kid in. And I think in a small town, you have a much better you have a much better grasp on the influences in your kid's life.
I think the only issue is if you move to a small town, you kind of got to know the numbers in that small town. What I mean by that is you move to that small town, he could be the only kid around his age, and then he's living a lonely life in that small town.
Well, they got to have schools, hopefully.
Yeah, but still, like a small town, you probably got to drive a far away for that school.
Maybe. I mean, you're thinking maybe smaller than I'm thinking.
Okay.
I mean, you're making it sound like I live in a
little house in the prairie,
cabin in the woods, and I got to drive 45 minutes to get a carton of milk. Like not that small. It's just, again, children not in the cards for us. But when I have let my mind ponder there, I think it's a big decision.
Yeah.
And I just think that I'd probably look for a change of scenery if that were my life path.
There's just so much to do here in Florida, like as a kid, that it's insane to me that like race. I get it's more on like the finances and what's the housing and everything, but it's so fun living in Florida. Like when I moved here, so much more entertaining than when I lived in Canada.
Well, don't worry, we'll still vacation here with me and my unborn child that I'm never gonna have.
Yes, and we'll play NHL together.
Absolutely, dude. We're going over to Uncle Dizzy's house.
Yeah.
Don't go anywhere. When we come back, it's going to be time to fire up John's Joints. Lots to get to today. We'll be joined by Drew Garabo. Your next chance at $1,000 coming up at 5 o'clock. I didn't see word yet that we got a winner, so try harder, would you? John's Joints coming up next. Imagine all that can happen in 5 years. Jobs change, kids will grow, new memes will come out and then go away. But also imagine if you had reliable, intelligent Wi-Fi with a price that did not change for 5 years. Well, thanks to Xfinity's 5-year price guarantee, you actually don't have to worry about that part of your future. You're guaranteed 5 years of Wi-Fi that boosts speeds to your devices that need them most, that finds and fixes issues before you even notice that you had an issue. Plus, you get incredible gaming speed, so you can stay up and play NHL all night long when everybody goes to bed. On multiple devices with no battling bandwidth. For the next 5 years, all your devices will be working in perfect harmony, and you get our best equipment, and by our, I mean Xfinity's. No annual contracts, no fees, no strings. No strings. All with Xfinity's 5-year price guarantee. Lock in the price today and unlock the possibilities. Check them out. Xfinity.com. Xfinity. Imagine that.
You're listening to Senning Show on 102.5 The Bone. It's Lightning Hockey on 102.5 The Bone. Tonight, your Tampa Bay Lightning hit the road to take on the Pittsburgh Penguins. The game starts at 7 p.m. Don't miss a single game. Listen to every Lightning game all season right here on the official station of the Tampa Bay Lightning. 102.5 The Bone. Real, raw hockey.
Car accident? Take back control of your life. Call Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
Meet Zach. He's laid back, but means business about his business. Combine those, and you've got the proud owner of Florida's go-to place for cycling and community connection. That's why he banks with Mid-Florida, a local credit union who also cares just as much about the community as he does. And they gave him $300 when opening a new free business checking account, which means his financial worries have crashed and burned. Mid-Florida, your life, your money, your credit union. Insured by NCUA. 0.00% annual percentage yield. Terms and conditions apply and must be met within 6 months.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year! Oh, yeah. Come here, baby.
John.
What?
That's my big mama.
Oh, God. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. If you made bad decisions all year and maybe even on New Year's Eve, make the right decision and hit up the Cava Social Club in downtown Bradenton. A quick drive from St. Petersburg or Tampa Bay. You got to experience the Tiki Hut out back and the most delicious Cava and Kratom drinks on planet Earth.
And there's something going on every day of the week for you. Tuesday, massage night. Get yourself felt up in the right way possible. All those little body parts, all massaged right. Wednesday, karaoke night. Sing your little heart out. Belt out the tune you love the most. And Thursday is trivia night. Prove you're the smartest in the room.
Get the full calendar at thecavasocialclub.com and check them out on all your social medias at Cava Social Club, and we'll see you there. Cava Social Club, where your vibe attracts your tribe. Boola, baby!
Did you know that you can get a beautiful white vinyl fence for less than $5 a day? For just $125 a month, Fence Outlet will professionally install it and add instant curb appeal to your home. Visit fenceoutlet.com for details. License number C10252.
My name is Maria. Okay, I lied. It's Mary. But I'm feeling more European after my European-style holiday on MSC Cruises. The restaurants, nightlife and shops in La Galleria. And of course, American touches, like a sports bar and water slides. Bellissimo. Okay, this is a problem.
Book now and cruise from $199 plus up to $500 onboard credit and kids sail free. MSC Cruises. Let's holiday. To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
Do you want free internet forever? Yeah, we thought so. That's why Spectrum is giving you just that. Free fiber-powered internet forever when you switch and get 4 mobile lines from Spectrum. No internet bills, no taxes, no late fees. Just fast fiber-powered internet. Call 833-901-0178 to find out how. But hurry, this deal won't last forever. Once more, 833-901-0178. Or visit spectrum.com/free forever to learn more.
A happy place comes in many colors. Whatever your color, bring happiness home with CertaPro Painters. Get started today at CertaPro.com. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. Contractor license and registration information is available at CertaPro.com.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Why should you hire America's largest injury law firm for your case? There's lots of reasons. Just like there's a reason millions of people called us last year in their time of need. When it comes to fighting for justice and compensation, millions of people across the country trust us to go to battle for them. We became the largest injury law firm in the world for a reason. There's only one Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com. Injured? Dial #law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Everybody loves the season of giving, but now the season of paying for it is upon us. That not-so-wonderful time of the year when millions of Americans open their credit card statements, stare in horror at the balance, and resolve then and there to find new ways to save money. If you're among those Americans, why not start by cutting your wireless bill in half right now with Pure Talk's Saver Plan? It's easy. You'll get unlimited talk, text, and 3 gigs of high-speed data on a super-fast nationwide 5G network for just $20 a month. Just dial #250, say Mike Rowe, and you'll save an additional 50% off your first month. Ho, ho, ho. And if you're active or former military or a first responder, you'll save an additional 20% every single month. That's #250. Say Mike Rowe for the gift that keeps on saving from America's wireless company. Pure Talk.
Tune in for Reinventing Retirement, where premier wealth managers and retirement specialists discuss the most important and crucial retirement topics for your benefit. Reinventing Retirement, Saturdays at 9 a.m. and Sundays at 9 a.m. and again at 11 a.m. Only on 102.5 The Bone.
Wondering if dangerous contaminants are in your home's water? Get Leaf Home Water Solutions today. We can't live without water, but we can take actions today to make it safer and healthier. Leaf Home Water Solutions is offering a free in-home water test. Just visit leafhome.com/free to schedule yours. With results from their advanced digital testing, Leaf Home Water Solutions can design a whole home system and expertly install it in as little as 1 day. With Leaf Home Water Solutions, you can feel confident that each drop of water from every tap and appliance is cleaner and safer for you and your family. We can't live without water, but we can take actions today to make our family's water safer with Leaf Home Water Solutions. Schedule your free home water test today at leafhome.com/free and save 15% on all home water treatment systems. That's leafhome.com/free for your free home water test and 15% off. leafhome.com/free.
Kick off the new year by impressing her with a timeless diamond from my friends at the Golden Diamond Source. And if you're ready to pop the question, you'll find the perfect engagement ring only at the Golden Diamond Source. If January is her birthday or your 2nd or 6th wedding anniversary, you can use the jewel garnet. Right now, you'll get 15% off January's birthstone garnet. And while you're at the Golden Diamond Source, discover the Emily Collection by Emily Johnson Weintraub, a sleek and modern jewelry line that makes every day's gift extraordinary. And if you have some old, unused gold that you haven't had on in a while, you can turn it into cash or a stunning new piece. With gold prices soaring, there's no better time to trade up. All you need to do is bring it into the Golden Diamond Source. Stop by and see them for all your jewelry needs, especially if you're thinking about getting engaged. No one has diamond diamonds like the Golden Diamond Source. The Golden Diamond Source, 3800 Olmerton Road in Clearwater, and always online at goldendiamondsource.com.
This hour of Senning Show sponsored by Trajan Wealth. Retirement planning built on trust.
1025 The Bone. Real Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio. And now, back to Senning Show. It's time for John's Joint with your host, John Senning.
Then I'ma live with no regret. Life's too short to stress out. Life's too short. I've watched my old man cry. Don't you live your life like
Welcome back to Senning Show. Time to fire up these here joints. The joints of the day. We call it John's Joints. It's the news of life. Maybe some random things, thoughts, pontifications, and much, much more. I'm John Senning. He's Dizzy. And the only way we can fire it up is with our man, Drew Garaba, who I have another... Did you hear the guy yesterday who called? I meant to bring it up to you yesterday. He called with another word that I said wrong. And then of all people, a beloved figure, an old school LOD figure, came out and told me that he had a word that I had been saying wrong. What was the word yesterday, Diz? What did the person say that did wrong? Oh, it was intimate.
Was it?
You say intimate?
Intimate. Which,
is that what you...
I don't think I'm... Like, I am saying it, but I know that there's not a mint in intimate.
Yeah, that's why I haven't said anything, because in your head, you're saying intimate.
Yeah.
You're just out loud saying intimate.
I think it just comes out as intimate. Like, if you told me to spell intimate, I might not spell it right, but I wouldn't put an N at the end. I'll put it there wouldn't be an N before the T. And then, what was the other one? So it was Jerome. Jerome texted me.
No.
Yeah, and he said, who I love, and he could literally do nothing
he's great.
Bother me ever. He said, I'm joining the petty party. You always pronounce the word miracle like miracle. It rhymes with peer, not stare. Love you, brother. Petty Party Monday. So I say...
You say miracle?
I say miracle. It's a miracle.
I don't think I've noticed that one, but...
That feels right to me. Like, I could be wrong, but it's a miracle.
It sounds fine.
It's like a miracle in America.
Yeah, it's a miracle.
Yeah, that doesn't sound right coming out of your mouth.
It's a miracle, guys. It's a miracle.
Say it the way you normally say it.
It's a miracle, baby.
Yeah, that's good.
It's an absolute miracle that we're here today with each other.
Yeah.
And it's a miracle that you made it here today. Thanks for being here. Thank you.
I saw the one battle after another finally. Finished
What'd you think?
Good movie. Fun. A lot of funny moments. Tiana Taylor definitely doesn't deserve Best Supporting Actress. She was in it for like 6 minutes.
Yeah, I guess I didn't. I also am terrible at recall when it comes to movies. Like, I can watch a movie and love it and think it's the greatest thing ever, and then if I took a quiz on it immediately after, I would be like, I would have no idea what happened. So I remembered there were large periods of time without her in it. But at the same time, she is also the basis for the show. Like,
yes and no, because like she was in it for the beginning, but it's the daughter's the basis of the show, which came from her.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Sean Penn, did what he did, which was
lockjaw.
That's pretty hot.
That's insane.
And then did we talk about it yesterday about how I don't think when you were here, did you see that he fired up a heater inside the Golden Globes?
Many.
Dude, yeah. He like wanted a place to smoke and they didn't have a place for him to smoke, so he just starts burning heaters, which is, it's so crazy how far we've come that is so egregious. But if you were in a room like that and then all of a sudden somebody lit up a cigarette, I feel like it would be a showstopper. Like everybody around him would have to be like, dude, what the hell is going on right now?
Yeah, but he's Sean Penn.
Yeah,
I mean, he gets away with it.
Exactly. Have you seen that video of Leonardo DiCaprio during the commercial break where he's like, he supposedly, by the way, I think I touched on it yesterday. They said today he was talking to Tiana Taylor.
Yeah.
Because he thought K-pop was a person. So he was like making fun of her.
Okay.
With these super feminine fingers and hand motions. And I think Leonardo DiCaprio keeps it close to the vest, but I'd like to believe that he's a pretty cool dude.
Oh, I bet he is. I just publicly, he goes out with the mask because he doesn't like to be recognized. Fame really messed with him at an early age, I think.
Yeah, I think we take for granted that he's been doing it for so long at a very, very high level. I mean, he's
the best, honestly. Is there anyone who went from child to adult and just was trajectory was up the whole time?
Just Ron Howard.
I would say that when you're looking at like the gravity of what he was doing as a kid, like he did stuff, but I mean that was what it was. Not Family Matters. It was
not Family Ties. Growing Pains.
Growing Pains. Okay. He was in Growing Pains, which was pretty good, and then I guess that was kind of a segue. Not too long thereafter, I would imagine that What's Eating Gilbert Grape was probably only a couple years after that.
Never saw that.
That's insane to me.
I know.
Like because taking
He
out
hates
the
good movies.
Well, no. See, the thing is we talk about like how he doesn't like popular movies from a certain era. That was almost like a cult classic, I think, at some point. So
was it really?
I think so. It might have gotten
Wasn't huge.
It might have gotten some awards at some point, but I mean, Johnny Depp and then Leo, obviously in the character that he played, which was something else when you go back and watch it.
Who
now.
was he? Like, what was his character? Was he a
he's
jerk?
he's extremely mentally challenged.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like he is like he's not himself. Yes. I don't know.
What is it called? Like not high functioning. What's the spectrum thing they do?
I'm not sure, but he's he's a very mentally challenged individual.
Speaking of Spectrum, did you guys see who was named the king and queen of Gasparilla this year?
No.
My man, DJ Tywai and Madison from Love on the Spectrum.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're the Grand Marshals.
Which one is he the guy? I get them mixed up. Is he the one that loves?
They all look alike to you?
Kind of. Is he the one that loves country music so much that he popped up on the red carpet and all that?
Yeah.
He's a sweet guy.
Tyler White is amazing, and his girlfriend Madison, they're right from the area. He's from Lakeland, and she's from Gulfport.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
No, they're great. Dude, this show, I'm telling you, anytime you want to feel like the world is okay and you want some good, uplifting content, Love on the Spectrum will make you grin from ear to ear. It's beautiful.
You heard it here first.
Beautiful.
There was a story that I was remiss in not mentioning yesterday because it just was getting so much traction. By the way, these here joints brought to you by Bubble Down Car Wash, the greatest car wash in the world. They really, truly are. They got a new location coming up in the next few weeks. I can't wait to tell you about. But we're still in that window of the new year, and just having a clean car makes you feel really good. When you're with the vehicle that's getting you to where you need to be is peaceful and clean, it will change your life. And with that unlimited membership plan, you can keep it clean every single day of the week. Clean today, dirty tomorrow. Go on back through. Long wash tunnels, spacious vacuums, and amazing staff. They currently have locations in Tampa, Brandon, Riverview, Wesley Chapel, Palm Harbor, and Spring Hill, with many more on the way. Make your way into your local Bubble Down today, and you will have the cleanest car in town every time you Bull Down. So it was a huge story yesterday, and I'll just play the audio first, and then I'll share my thoughts. But Liam Cohen, the head coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars, the same coach that was the offensive coordinator that left in an interesting way here in Tampa that seems to make Bucs fans hate him, but done very well with the Jags. He's doing what will be his final press conference of the year, and a reporter took it as an opportunity to put some pleasantries on the head coach.
I want to tell you, congratulations on your success, young man.
Thank you.
You hold your head up, all right? You guys have had a most magnificent season.
Thank
you. You did a great job out there today.
Appreciate
so you
it.
just hold your head up, okay?
Thank
and
you,
ladies
ma'am.
and gentlemen, Duval, you the one, all
Thank
right?
you, ma'am.
keep it going. We got another season, okay?
I appreciate
Take
it.
care and much continued success to you and the entire team.
So this seemingly has enraged a lot of people, like a lot of reporters, which was so interesting that Adam Schefter shared it right after it happened. And his caption on the tweet was, "This is an awesome post-game exchange between a reporter and Jags head coach Liam Cohen," where, Adam Schefter isn't the same type of reporter as the type that would sit inside a press conference like this, but he is also the leading source in NFL, and he's very close to NFL media. The way that he shared it, I clearly thought it was a great thing. So when I saw it, didn't even think twice about it. Did not think twice. And it took about 2 seconds before everybody had an opinion on why this was so wrong. I can't get to a place where I see a problem with this because the season is over. There's nothing more to talk about. Being nice to the coach somehow makes you bad at your job?
No. And I love the sentiment. and she could have done that while still asking a question. And that's the problem. There's no question there. You're not doing your job as a reporter if there's no question.
But does everybody in that room always have a question? Does everybody in that room always ask a question?
Yeah, that's what you're there for.
But I'm saying, not everybody in that room always gets a singular, like depending on the press room on that day,
right.
Not everybody's getting picked for a question. Not everybody on that given day will get to ask a question.
Right.
So I guess I understand if you take up a spot in the room, then maybe you should have a question. But it's just one of those weird things to me where it goes, how can being nice to somebody be wrong? Like, I guess that's my take on it.
And that part of it isn't wrong. You're absolutely right. There's always room for compassion and kindness. But, and I was listening to Dan Patrick this morning, there's a way that she could have said that while still asking him a question that he had to answer. You know what I mean?
And I guess I get that, but it's also like the way people talk about it. You would think that this was a reporter slobbing on Donald Trump while talking about an invasion of Iraq or something.
Yeah.
Like it's a game, it's a football game, and the team is done.
Yeah.
They've just been eliminated from the playoffs. Is there a hard-hitting question to ask about the future of the team or what could have been done differently? Maybe, but I just feel like a pleasantry. When 9 out of 10 times the only thing that catches fire on a national scale is a combative question and a combative answer, it just, I'm not a sports reporter. I'm not going to be in rooms like this, but I just thought the outrage of it was a little surprising to me.
That is, well, it's not surprising to me, but it is very disappointing. I just wish she had said, Mr. Cohen, do you feel like this season was a success and that's something you could hold your head proud and high, because we all feel that way about you, Duval, and then you let him answer.
Yeah, I kind of share John's sentiment of, well, both of y'all's, of what happened to just giving someone their flowers. But at the same time, Drew, you are right that you are in the room supposed to ask for questions, maybe ask the question and then tail ended with the flowers for him.
Did you see the interview she did?
I know that she did an interview. I didn't see it.
Right.
Yes.
Subscriptions going up for the Jacksonville Free Press.
Yes.
I mean, did you know this was going to throw you into the spotlight?
I did not. I really did not. I mean, it was a typical day. Go to the press box, and it was just an overwhelming day. I can tell you that this entire city, this town, our team, our city, and our coach, we were overwhelmed. I mean, and I really was not going to attend the press conference, but I left out. I was talking to a young man. I'm sure he know who he is. 23-year-old young man. We're just talking about the game. I'm telling him I'm from Michigan, this and that, and I'm giving him some words. He said, ma'am, you need to go ahead and attend the press conference. So I went back, I went down, went through how we maneuvered through, and I sat there, and everyone was back there, and then, Coach, word up, Coach. So Coach came out, and he was his emotions. He was totally immersed.
Thought the bitch was white.
His feelings. He had tears. He bit his lip. And the issue is the question, not necessarily a question in the fourth quarter and the fourth down and the punt came through.
Right.
But my question was, keep your head up, young man.
That's not a question.
Young man, you this entire year, we have rooted for this team over more than 30 years. Do you understand what I'm saying? No. The stadium, the solemnness, we were rooting. I mean, it was packed. So he was like, yes, ma'am, thank you. So now I'm the new grandma.
Probably needed to hear it.
Yeah. The new auntie. And
so, Lynn, I do want to bring out, because this also has a lot of mixed emotions and how people are responding to this.
Yes.
So Adam Schefter wrote, this is an awesome post-game exchange between a reporter and Jags head coach. But then Mark Long, who's an AP reporter, kind of went in on this.
Yes.
And he said nothing awesome about this, called you fake media, said that you shouldn't even have been up there asking those kind of questions. So when you heard that, how did that make you feel?
I don't take no offense to it. Listen, I've been in this business more than 25 years. I've interviewed from Barack Obama to Terry Bradshaw to, what's my guy named Tiger Woods. So
what's my
you
guy's
can say
name?
whatever you want
So I
about
didn't ask
fake
a question
news.
too?
I am a
To
member
this day.
of the Black Press.
Her question for Barack Obama was, you a black
the
president?
National Newspaper Association that's been around more than 100 years. I'm the associate editor of the Jacksonville Free Press, one of the more than 230 African-American
run through the
newspapers still
resume.
printing in this country today.
Oh, she already did.
In
I think you missed
Jacksonville,
it. She said she did.
You had the Florida Star since 1955. We've been around since 1986. In Philadelphia, the Philly Tribune has been printing since 1884. In my hometown of Detroit, the Michigan Chronicle has been printing since 1935. So support the black press. So he can call me fake all you want to, honey. I've been doing this a long time.
Let me tell you something,
People
too.
know me.
I like how she said that. Child, please. I walked with Dr. Martin Luther King himself. Like, all right, well.
I mean, that's the other thing, too, is that it's a fun thing to talk about, but like I've never heard of this lady before. No. There's probably a good chance we'll never hear about her again. I don't think she's gonna lose her job over it or anything like that. But just an interesting thing that we didn't get a chance to touch on. I think Drew will expound upon it a little bit later during Drew Garabo Live.
Starting OnlyFans while the iron's hot.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, let's see what that
Strike
black press
now.
is really about. You know what I'm saying?
Black Plesmer against the glass.
I just found this out right before the commercial break. I guess it broke a little bit earlier. Mike Tomlin has stepped down as the Steelers head coach in another NFL coaching bombshell. A historic run in Pittsburgh is finally over. I think it's too late to put the toothpaste back in the tube, but I do remember in the early phases of talking about Todd Bowles and talking about, where he was going to go and if we were going to keep him. Something that I saw again and again was if the Steelers had been ousted, from playoff contention and Tomlin got fired, that Tomlin would be definitely somebody that the Buccaneers would look at. That ship, I would imagine, has sailed unless the Glazers aren't afraid to make a couple heads explode.
I mean, I don't know that ship has sailed. I don't know that I would be too comfortable if I were Todd Bowles. Tomlin's got ties to the area. My sources tell me that he enjoys McDivitt's Wings over there on Linebaugh and Countryway.
Well, and he was. Do you remember what his exact role was? Because I think we talked about it before. He's heavily featured in that Raise the Flags documentary because he was on the Bucks. He was on the Bucks coaching staff during the heyday.
Oh,
yeah. So he
defensive backs coach from 2001 to 5.
Oh, damn.
So he's been in the fray before, and I mean it's exciting to think about. That was. I didn't watch the whole game, but I watched Aaron Rodgers get completely annihilated.
Yes.
And when you talk about going out on your back and going out in a way that is not pretty, especially down to the point where he got chippy with the press and stormed out of the press conference, if that is I'll just put it like this, the Aaron Rodgers haters had the best day of their life yesterday. When I got on X at the end of the game, he's got to be the most hated professional football player. And I know that it's political and his opinions and his persona has taken him so far, but the amount of celebratory banter about how bad that game was for him and how bad he was beat up was pretty insane.
Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers both threw a pick six with their final pass in the NFL.
Oh, that's
if he doesn't come back, which he won't.
No way he's coming back.
No, dude, he looked so old last night.
Yeah, he really does. And I mean, there was it doesn't change the game and it doesn't change anything. The wild no call on the double attack to the head simultaneously was he's definitely not getting the favors that Tom Brady was getting later on in his career.
I missed that. When was that in the game?
Late.
Yeah, it was late. Was it in the fourth? I think
so.
It might have been early in the fourth. And he literally from separate sides took 2 hits to the head. His helmet.
Somebody fumbled?
No.
Okay.
It was before he fumbled, but his helmet is completely side. It was almost as bad as that shot when he's laying down and the helmet's over his face and the mouth guard. It was almost that bad. And then just got into it with the press. And I mean, it probably couldn't have been any worse of a night. The problem with Aaron Rodgers, he's got the Tom Brady thing that when it's not going well, he looks so miserable and he looks like such a terrible person to play with. Like, I don't know, except he doesn't win at all. You know what I mean? Like he acts that way, but he doesn't come through in the clutch. And I would imagine a lot of people on that team are not shedding a tear that Aaron Rodgers is most likely gone.
One of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, but he retires if he does so with only 1 Super Bowl, and there are many differences between Aaron Rodgers and Thomas Brady.
Tomlin had a 193-114 record in the regular season and an 8-12 playoff record while guiding his team to the playoffs in 13 of 19 seasons. It is crazy just what's not good enough anymore. And I know you eventually need to make a change. Same conversation with Harbaugh. You don't know what's really behind door number 2, but you're still willing to give up a borderline guaranteed playoff appearance for an unknown. And I think that's just the new era is Super Bowl or you did nothing.
So Aaron Rodgers addressed that in his press conference when he said the criticism of Mike Tomlin is insane because back in his early days, you would never even think of replacing. And he even said that about Mike LaFleur, his old coach in Green Bay.
Which he hated,
exactly. They shouldn't even think about replacing those dudes because they're excellent coaches.
Yeah, it's wild to see. And that's ultimately why he stormed off, because they asked him about Tom. I think they really wanted him to trash Tomlin.
Right.
And he refused to do it, so he dropped an F-bomb and stormed off the stage.
What do you think Aaron Rodgers would have done if that reporter was like, I just want to let you know, honey, you should be proud of yourself. You played one hell of a season.
You spent so many truths out there about the COVID vaccine, and we believe in you. I know that ayahuasca done did you good, boy.
And child, I know you got a hip like me, but you've been working it in there, boy.
Man, I had seen it, and then you sent me the story, which we didn't get updates on what exactly happened until not that long ago in regards to what happened on the Howard Franklin Bridge last night. Because the first only report was a pedestrian died on the Howard Franklin Bridge. And first of all, there should be no pedestrians on the Howard Franklin Bridge. And my second thought was, I mentioned to you guys a few weeks ago that there were people stopping on the bridge at the new little cutoff and going fishing off of the pedestrian.
Yeah.
So my first thought was somebody stopped to go fishing, too close to the water, whatever it may be. It's a little different than that. A Georgia man passed away and 3 construction workers were injured in a crash on the Howard Franklin Bridge last night. Ooh. According to the FHP, a 37-year-old man from Musella, Georgia, was traveling southbound on the Howard Franklin Bridge shortly before 10 p.m. Troopers said he did not yield to construction workers, entered a closed lane in the active construction zone, and crashed into a Ford F-550 that was driven by a 45-year-old Tampa man who was working in the construction zone. Debris from the crash struck a Nissan Titan that was being driven by an 18-year-old Largo man who was also traveling southbound on the bridge. The driver of the Ford F-550 and 2 other construction workers aboard the truck were taken to an area hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. The driver of the Nissan Titan was not injured. So am I reading that wrong?
No pedestrian?
Yeah, he was in his car, right?
Yes. I think one of the pedestrian confusion might have been due to the construction workers.
Because those guys were out of their car. That's probably, I guess, what it was. But
So he just wasn't paying attention and drove into the construction area and hit a car that
pretty much
caused debris to go. Oh my
Pretty
big old
much,
F-550 too. Those are huge.
Yeah, that is it's
like
a big
semi.
Well, and I'm looking at the pictures. It's loaded, loaded up with cones and all sorts of different stuff that tools that went flying everywhere. So just pay attention. Not really much to compound there other than pay attention when you're driving.
It's got to have been on his phone.
Yeah, maybe. I'll tell you what, there's a lot of state troopers since they've been doing all the enhanced construction. There are a lot of state troopers on that bridge.
Because they changed they brought the speed limit down too, so they're probably making sure that they can enforce it.
Yeah, Mo didn't get pulled over, but he was right near me on the bridge last night, and I texted him, voice to text, and I said, there are cops, according to my GPS, watch out. Sure enough, dude right next to Mo gets pulled over by a state trooper and written up.
Oh, damn.
On the bridge last night.
Oh, dude, you and Mo cruising the bridge together. What a thing. You guys ever try drifting? You ever see if you can slingshot him on to the vet?
No, it's weird. I usually beat him to the bridge. It's not a race, but I usually beat him to the bridge, and then once we get on the bridge, he's just gone.
I was gonna say Mo drives fast. He flies.
He's gone once he gets on that bridge.
We've never done a check-in on you since you supposedly changed your ways after your
Good question.
Thank you.
Not a question.
Situation.
Not a question at all, but I appreciate your well wishes.
My question was the same question like that lady.
That's what I was.
I'm not super speeding. We talked about the super speeder yesterday on the Gandy who went like 108 and got his car impounded. I have not super sped since that moment when that cop pulled me over.
So how fast were you going?
I don't think he ever shared that. You would have been a super speeder. Is that safe to say?
Close. I was not super speeding, but it was very, very close. Speed limit was 60, and I was going 86.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's not terrible.
No,
I mean, for where you are, according to the speeding limit, sure, but like it's not that bad. That's like a regular Florida drive.
Right. That was slow for me.
I do like how you didn't say I'm not speeding. You said I'm not super speeding, which technically means you're not going over 100 miles an hour.
Yes, that's right.
That is
progress, John.
Could have been 99 for all you know.
Yeah, I'm sure he is. He's cruising around at 95 thinking, damn, look at the growth. look at how far I've come.
I'm thinking 99 Luftballons as I'm driving down the road.
The man who's accused of crashing his boat into the Clearwater Ferry was back in court today. Jeff Knight. This is a story that we covered in depth as it was unfolding locally. A prominent St. Petersburg businessman is accused of crashing his boat into the back of the Clearwater Ferry back in April. Knight is facing 8 counts of leaving the scene of a boating incident involving injury and 16 counts of a violation of Navigational Rule 6, resulting in a boating accident. He was in court in Pinellas County on Monday for another pretrial hearing. He stepped down. We obviously, at the time, he stepped down from Janus right at days after crashing his private vessel. The ferry was carrying 45 people. Jose Castro was killed, and multiple other people were injured after the crash near the Memorial Causeway on April 27th. After a months-long investigation, the FWC and officials said that Knight left the scene and started heading home before Pasco Sheriff's Office deputies stopped him on the water. Initially, Knight had told the investigators that he tried rendering aid to the ferry passengers but left because his boat was taking on water. In an electric search warrant, it was revealed that, man, I have to say, it is so hard to get away with a crime these days. Like, there are so many things tracking you, even if you don't think it's tracking you. It was revealed that the passengers on Knight boats told investigators after the crash, Knight was panicked and told them, "My life is over. I'm going to lose everything," and tried to stop them from calling 911. The warrant also alleges Knight's all-around white light was not displayed at the time. Do keep in mind, though, the captain of the ferry was also charged with violating a navigational rule for failing to have a working stern light on at the time of the crash. So yesterday, he was present in court. His attorney, Kevin Hazlett, the state is waiting for a full report from the crash reconstructionist, which it hopes to have in March. The state prosecutor said that they've also been unsuccessful in getting a response to request for the reports from the U.S. Coast Guard. Knight's last pretrial hearing was in October. So it sounds like a lot of posturing and trying to figure out what the case is going to look like. It's expected that the state is going to call 50 witnesses during the trial, which they expect will last about 3 weeks. The judge tentatively set Knight's trial for October 5th. And the family of Jose Castro was at the hearing yesterday and obviously is hoping for that date of the 5th to stay locked in. Will this be covered widely as it's happening, or will it be an out-of-sight, out-of-mind thing?
No, I think it's going to be covered pretty widely. As seasoned jurors, John, which you and I are.
Yes, thank you.
Do you think we would be excluded from jury duty for this simply because of our place in the media and Jeff's ownership of Janus Live?
Probably.
Yeah.
I said it at the time. When they ask you, is there any reason why you think you shouldn't be a part of a jury? I said, I am technically part of the local media. I have a radio show, a talk radio show. That did not stop them at all. This obviously much more high profile. Per just a little bit of research, they'd probably be able to find that we talked about it at length, and I would think is from a juror's perspective as tantalizing as it would be to sit on this jury, I don't think we'd be fit.
That's unfortunate because I know for myself, and I know you as well, we would be incredibly unbiased.
I think so. Yeah,
we just want justice.
That's all we
whatever that looks like.
And I don't know what that looks like either, but I'm sure. I wonder if this will be a camera in the courtroom case. I would think so.
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah, so his next pretrial hearing set for May 4th. The judge expressed an interest in keeping things moving and avoiding pushing the trial to 2027. So they're hoping to be able to hit that trial date of October 5th.
When it actually happens and we get all through the trial and they're going to the sentencing and all that, we should see what you guys think is going to happen and who's closer.
Yeah, we'll give an official. There may be a reoccurring bit in there, like something about like a jury. A juror
sentencing gambling or something.
I immediately started thinking of things that rhyme with juror, skirmer, der.
That's your go-to. It's like what rhymes?
Furor,
jury,
fury
of the jury.
Oh, jury fury. That's good.
What about the juror?
The der.
Yeah. That's all I got. Sorry. We'll put it into the think tank and see if we can come up with anything better than that.
Hell yeah.
All right, let's step aside for a moment. When we come back, a lot more to get to. We've got to touch on what can only be described as just one of the most terrifying and terrible situations for a parent. It happened in Inverness while some kids were just playing at the park involving a giant hole in the ground. We'll touch on that and revisit what we didn't get a chance to dig into yesterday, exactly what they're doing in the process that is playing out at Raymond James Stadium so that we can play hockey.
Call your case or stay in your place.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Boom.
I'm learning, guys.
Look at
Season 2.
Look at this. Dude, the brain trust grows.
Yes.
Don't go anywhere. Keep it locked to the bone. More Senning Show on the way.
You're listening to Senning Show on 102.5 The Bone. It's Lightning Hockey on 102.5 The Bone. Tonight, your Tampa Bay Lightning hit the road to take on the Pittsburgh Penguins. The game starts at 7 p.m. Don't miss a single game. Listen to every Lightning game all season right here on the official station of the Tampa Bay Lightning. 102.5 The Bone. Real, raw hockey. Now, a Bone traffic update from the Farah and Farah Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center.
2 earlier wrecks in Hills Row in the clearing stages or cleared completely. Fletcher Avenue westbound west of 56th and southbound South Kings Avenue at Bloomingdale. Overall delays are not too bad. We do have an incident, bit of a backup in Pinellas, Gandy Boulevard westbound toward Grand Avenue. This is Eric with traffic.
A lot of people, when they come in, they'll say, this is my last hope. The next step is getting them in the right arch supports. Our goal is to have that long-term change for them. To see someone that is in pain, I change things for them. See how we can help you with a free fitting at the Good Feet store.
Add value and security to your property today by contacting Fence Outlet. Now offering customers 0% financing for 12 months on any Fence product. Go to fenceoutlet.com today for more details. Terms of financing apply. License number C-10252 and C-10803.
Meet Naomi. She worries a lot about balance. Balancing her time between vet school and working at the vet clinic, balancing her social life when she has time for it, and of course, balancing her finances. So she banks with Mid-Florida, a local credit union who employs local Floridians, just like you, to help keep her budget on track and on balance. And those financial worries, looks like they've fallen off the scale completely. Mid-Florida, your life, your money, your credit union. Mid-Florida Credit Union, insured by NCUA.
At Brandon Honda, we have the hottest hybrids in stock and on sale. Hi, I'm Sam Robbie. Right now, get the brand new Accord Hybrid for just $199 per month. Get the award-winning CR-V Hybrid for just $249 per month. Or get the all-new, just released 2025 Civic Hybrid Sport for just $199 per month. With gas mileage as high as 50 miles per gallon, these award-winning hybrids won't last long. Plus, get a real nationwide lifetime warranty, unlimited time, unlimited miles. Get all the facts at BrandonHonda.com.
Call 813-448-7710 for more information.
Whether it's the roar of the crowd or the laughter of family, don't miss a moment. With 26 locations across Tampa Bay, Audibel Hearing is here to help you hear better, live better. And as a proud sponsor of the Tampa Bay Lightning, we know every sound matters. Audibel Hearing. Hear better, live better.
I'm Ultima Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Every time one of my children started driving, it was terrifying. I am quite aware of the dangers being on the road. Thousands of accidents happen across the country. We see it every day. These families' lives will be changed in an instant. We fight for these families as if they were our own. We've become America's largest injury law firm by winning cases just like these. If you've been injured in a car accident, call us.
Injured? Dial Pound Law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
My name is Maria. Okay, I lied. It's Mary. But I'm feeling more European after my European-style holiday on MSC Cruises. The restaurants, nightlife and shops in La Galleria. And of course, American touches, like a sports bar and water slides. Bellissimo. Okay, this is a problem.
Book now and cruise from $199 plus up to $500 onboard credit and kids sail free. MSC Cruises. Let's holiday. To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
Your team is heating up the ice this season. You can catch thrilling hockey moments all season long on 102.5 The Bone. It's all brought to you by Central Florida Behavioral Health Network.
There are a ton of window companies around Tampa Bay. So how do you decide which one to choose? Well, let me help you out. There is only one choice, WeatherTight Windows. You see WeatherTight Mike on a lot of TV commercials. You might think he's some hotshot, but he's very down to earth and he cares a lot about his customers and making sure that they get the best quality windows. No BS, just strong windows and straight talk.
WeatherTightWindows.com. WeatherTight Windows.
Dan owed an unbelievable amount of money to the IRS.
I got behind on my taxes. It's a horrible feeling.
He was in denial.
And when I got those letters from the IRS, you wanted to act like they didn't exist.
Finally, Dan turned to Optima Tax Relief, the leading tax resolution firm. A-plus rated by the Better Business Bureau, they've resolved over $1 billion for their clients.
Optima got me a settlement with the IRS. These people are really people-friendly. It was every bit of a new lease on life for me.
The fast action and the great results made Dan's head spin.
I felt like I was in a dream, but it's real, and I have paperwork to prove it. They got the job done, and life is good.
For tax help you can trust, call Optima now for a free consultation.
If you're worried about what's going to happen with the IRS, stop worrying. Make the call now.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Love free tickets? Go to the contest page at theboneonline.com and enter to win tickets to some of the greatest shows coming to Tampa Bay in 2026. Satch Vibe Band at the Baycare Sound, Skinner at the Amp in July, Motley Crue at the Amp on August 15th, and more. More chances to win on the Bone app.
If you've been injured, we're prepared and ready to help. Call Farah & Farah anytime.
Tampa.
Got a burned out light switch or broken outlet or breakers that keep flipping? Just call for a Bolt electrician online at boltelectric.com.
Now, a weather update from the Sun Toyota Weather Center.
Sun, Toyota.com.
I'm meteorologist Jim Weber in the Sky Tower Weather Center. For this afternoon, mainly cloudy skies. It's a mild day, though. We'll see that daytime high right near 70 degrees. As we head into tonight, mainly cloudy skies. Overnight lows into the upper 50s. Here in Tampa, we'll bottom out right around 58 degrees. More clouds as we head into Wednesday. We're also going to start to bring some shower chances in. Rain chance up to about 30% late in the day. Daytime high 68.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
And now, back to Senning Show. With your host, John Senning.
Welcome back. You're in the midst of John's Joints on Senning Show. My name's John Senning. That's Dizzy. And he is Drew R. Garabo. Drew Garabo Live headed your way in about 20 minutes. Hi. So we talked, was it yesterday or maybe it was last week? I have no concept of days. We talked about how it's always interesting to figure out who's a stadium show and who's not a stadium show. Chris Stapleton coming to Ray J, Bruno Mars coming to Ray J. Could we possibly be getting the second installment of everybody else's favorite BTS podcast because the K-pop supergroup is coming to Raymond James for not just one night, but back-to-back nights at Raymond James, April 25th and 26th.
Which one are you going to, Drew?
Both. How do you pick? How do you pick one? Man. You don't want to pick. You don't want to go to one and then find out the set list was not what you wanted on night one.
Dude, 1 June is not enough.
So like
back
this,
to back June.
I understand this couldn't be any further out of my wheelhouse and my genre and all of that. Still crazy for them to be doing 2 nights back to back in a stadium. And I imagine they're doing that all over the country. I'd imagine.
K-pop is enormous right now.
Like I don't know this. Is K-pop getting radio play? Like is their biggest song like all over the radio, or are they one of these groups like a lot of people now, where just all of their streams are coming, all of their musical listens are coming from streams on Spotify and such?
I imagine they're on Top 40 radio.
Yeah, it's just crazy. I think there's more. I don't know how to say this properly. I think there's more artists that people generally have no clue who they are that are giant, that are huge, that are superstars. It's like if you know them and you understand, but there's a good chance everybody else won't even know who they are, and yet they can sell out stadiums two nights.
I follow some accounts on Instagram when they're like, oh my God, the Suicide Boys concert. And I'm like, who are the and you look and there's tens of thousands of people.
It is crazy. There are those people, and I almost feel like you talked about The Weeknd. I think The Weeknd is one of those. Like I know he's getting played on the radio, but I don't think that like the masses are into The Weeknd.
Yes,
well, anytime you can sell out a stadium, it is the masses. I just mean there's a line between the people who like him and the casual fan.
I feel like he's one of the top 3, if not the top, most year Spotify streams.
He is.
He has a huge market. So I find it kind of crazy that you don't see those numbers.
I think it's just the line between casual fans, I think, is getting finer. Like obviously BTS is selling out stadiums and they're able to do 2 nights, but the line past their listeners is a bunch of people who don't know who they are. And I think more artists live in that space now.
You're either a hardcore fan or you have no clue whatsoever who this act is.
I think Zach Bryan is kind of the same way. Like he comes to town and sells out Raymond James, and you got a bunch of people going, who in the hell is this guy? Like, how is the guy that I've never heard of able to fill Raymond James? You either listen to it, and there's the line, and then there's everybody else who has no idea that genre even exists, like K-pop.
It's interesting, and I think it's because streaming is so popular now. It used to be when someone got to the radio, everybody knew who they were because everybody listened to music radio. Now with streaming, you can have someone who's outside the mainstream purview be huge in their little group.
Yeah, and it really streaming has. Like, I don't even think we know yet how much streaming has changed music. From who's listening to how they're listening to the money that's being made to the money that's not being made. Ultimately, I was telling Diz yesterday, I was talking about the Zach Bryan album and how we had like a listening party. Like we got out the big speaker and we sat in front of it and listened to 25 songs all the way through. And there's been not many albums in my life that I've been that excited for, but it did make me long for physical albums and just the importance of an album. Like when an artist that you loved dropped an album, you wanted to dig into it as an album. Now in the streaming world, it's all about singles. It's all about singular songs and playlists and things like that. And I don't think that I think the art of the album has kind of been lost a little bit.
Yeah, the radio would break the songs, and then you would have to wait all day to hear it. You couldn't just put on Pandora and go, what song is this so I could go listen to this later?
Yep.
I know you love BC Boys like Hello Nasty, right? That's when they did that album, they did a release party at Sonic Boom Records by UCF. They were a client of mine. Dude, it was a happening. You know what I mean? Like people were like, oh my God, an album by my favorite. Has that ever happened in your lifetime? Like have there been record releases where a lot of people lined up and like went to it?
Yeah, 100%. There was definitely some of those. And near the end of when like streaming was slowly creeping in, I remember they would create, like, remember when Kanye West and 50 Cent dropped The Graduation and whatever album 50 had at the same day to try to drive people to the stores? I used to be big on going to stores for that.
Yeah. So
used to
much
be my
fun.
thing.
Well, and it's so crazy, just the we went down this rabbit hole yesterday, but the lack of physical music now. Like it's even crazier that the CD was the saving of digital music, and now the CD is gone. The CD is nowhere to be found. You go to a Target, you go to a Walmart, you'll find a vinyl section, but not a CD. So I do think it's the best way to own physical music. But that's still a niche group of people that are collecting vinyl and actually listening to records inside their home. So, the saying that I see online from people who fight this fight is you'll own nothing and like it. That everything is online and we don't hold anything in our hands anymore.
Which is crazy because they say CDs, the sound sounds better on the CD than if you go to stream it.
Yeah. Well, and they say, and I don't know if this is true, that a perfect record is better than a CD.
Yeah. They say that.
Yeah, I don't know if it's true.
I don't either, but they do say that. Mojo Records out by USF is still one of the great. Big Daddy down here, Daddy Cool down here in St. Pete. Mojo out by USF is one of the. I still love going to record stores. I usually only go when I'm shopping for people.
Yeah.
But man, digging through the crates and looking at all the different.
Dude, one of the greatest things, like when talk about things from my teenage years that is, if you could bottle up the feeling, if you could go to an FYE or a Sam Goody or eventually I think Walmart, and I know Meijer up in Michigan had it, where you could go up and they had the headphones and you could scan the barcode of the CD and then listen to it in your ears. Like, that was truly one of the greatest experiences to be able, especially because I couldn't get a lot of that.
Right.
So I'd go to the CDs I knew that my parents would never let me buy, and I'd be posted up in the store for hours on end listening to the explicit version of Puff Daddy No Way Out.
So when I worked in record stores, we had store copies of albums.
Yeah.
So if somebody came up and they're like, hey, do you have the new Cure, Kiss Me, Kiss Me, Kiss Me? You could put it on. But if it was like a record that was kind of obscure, we weren't allowed to just open it up and play it.
Was a record store the store like you wanted to work as a kid? Like for me, when I was younger, I couldn't wait and go, I'm going to work at Blockbuster when I'm able to do jobs. And then that slowly died down.
Blockbuster was probably
it was
closer
yours
to
too?
mine because we didn't, like, we would go on vacation sometime to towns that had record stores, but we didn't have a record store in our town.
Oh.
Like and also we were on CDs, so we would go to the, like, Meijer was the greatest thing ever because they were a full-blown store before Walmart did it, and also a grocery store. So my parents would spend an hour grocery shopping, and I'd be in the CD section the entire time, listening to things and then preparing to go make my plea to my parents on what I wanted them to buy me on that given day. And much like we've talked about, we'd settle on a single or a CD from back in the day.
Working in record stores was amazing, and I did work at American Video Network, which was a competitor to Blockbuster for like 2 years. It was great.
Dude,
what was it called?
American Video Network, 16,000 movies.
I remember Hollywood Video.
Oh, they were
Hollywood
good.
was a big one. It was a chain. I don't know if it was only up north or if you guys remember seeing it. Mammoth Video.
We didn't have those down here, I don't think.
Dude, it was... I remember when they came to town, or no, they must have been there first. I don't remember. But like, it was probably, without exaggeration, 6 times bigger than any Blockbuster you've ever seen. Like, that location ended up being a sporting goods store. Like, it was so big. It was that, like, you walked in and it was
mammoth
beyond what you could even comprehend. More movies than you even knew what to do. They'd have the full... I judged a video store based on their wrestling selection.
Sure.
And I remember they would have an entire pro wrestling section where they had like every pay-per-view on VHS and DVD you could ever remember.
Did you guys ride the wheels till it fell off with Blockbuster, or were you like me where you went in one day, they're like, you owe us $80. I go, well, I'm going across the street to Hollywood Video.
Well, I think they charged for an annual membership or something. And like when they went,
really?
I think so. Did they charge you for a membership
At
card?
some point, yeah.
Yeah, because then I was like...
Yeah, they made some stuff there at the end that I think scared a bunch of people away.
They were trying to keep up with Netflix in a sense?
Probably.
Well, the best part about Blockbuster is that the CEO had an opportunity to buy Netflix, and he didn't do. He's like, I don't believe
that'll
that.
never last.
Oops.
But now
It'll go the way of the cell phones.
I don't feel like like we've had a proper conversation about like what Netflix has become. Like, who would have thought? Even go back to the mailing the DVD days, but then even think about the early days, and now so much live content. Like, who would have thought that we'd be watching football games on Netflix? Who would have thought Monday Night Raw lives on Netflix? Who would have thought the entire WWE library now lives on Netflix? Podcast, Barstool, Bill Simmons. They're taking all these,
Tony's
all of these different places are now
video games too. You can play like games online.
You can play games online.
I want to try that one day. Let me hit this real quick just because I've teased it for 2 days. In episode 2 of the Road to the NHL Stadium series presented by Fastenal, the docu-series, the league revealed the plans on how they're going to construct a regulation-size ice rink inside of a massive climate-controlled tent, a first for its outdoor games. The steel-framed, air-conditioned structure built by GNB Global measures 34 feet high, 125 feet wide, and 240 feet long. It will be built to protect the ice from the Florida sun. The NHL president says what we're building in Tampa is one of the most ambitious event structures to ever be taken on in sports. The conditions are challenging, the timeline is tight, and every detail matters, but that's what makes this event special. Our expert team thrives on pushing the boundaries, and we're confident that before and after the doors open of Raymond James, you know what I mean, sports fans are going to see something like they've never seen before.
So much effort's going into it. It seems so cool. You know who's going in the stadium series? Our buddy Matt.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Of course he is. Yeah. Die hard. Dude, and the Bolts are on a freaking tear. Last night was 10, right?
10 in a row. Yeah. Tonight we go for 11.
Dude, and I mean, they're just whooping ass. Like, they're
amazing.
It's just, it just shows you, man, like whatever was going on early on, they were just getting some cohesion, and the team was coming together only to be, without a shadow of a doubt, the hottest team in the NHL. I will say, for the first time in a long time, now a viable opponent and team in the Red Wings, with them being at the top of the division too. So I feel like when Yzerman left, the thought was, how long until he comes a knocking to be a legitimate threat, and the time is now. The Red Wings are very much legit, and I think we'll be dealing with them down the stretch.
John Cooper is such a cool coach. I was listening to the pregame show right here on 102.5 The Bone that you can hear tonight at 6:30, and they were interviewing him about the streak, and he said, well, 9 games is a fluke, 10 is a streak.
Yeah. Dude, he does just seem like one of the coolest.
We still haven't interviewed him.
I know.
We want you, Coop.
And he seems like he would vibe.
He seems like it.
He seems like
you've seen them talking with the Barstool guys, right?
Yeah.
About Morello's or whatever.
Dude, he supposedly pops into the Drift Inn from time to time down in Anna Maria. Like, I think he's a cool dude.
I feel like he'd be comfortable enough to come on with us and fart.
Yeah, probably. He'd pull the old Philly Phil. Don't go anywhere. Drew Garabo Live is headed your way in mere moments. Your next chance at $1,000 comes up at 5 o'clock. Keep it locked right here on 102.5 The Bone. But before we get out of here for the day, we would love to share some information and some love about our boy, Jeff Borum.
Jeff Borum's the guy who's going to find your next home, and he's the guy who already has qualified buyers for your house, and you haven't even listed yet. How? Simple. He's Jeff freaking Borum.
It's National Pizza Week, and if I told you to rattle off your top 5 or your go-to pizza places in Tampa Bay, you'd be like, boom, 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 got it. But what if I asked you to name your go-to real estate agent? Might be a little harder, but it shouldn't be. Anything you've got to cover in the world of real estate, there's one call to make, and that is to Team Borum. Jeff Borum, powered by eXpo Realty. I love telling you about Phil and Nanetta because they've been riding with Team Borum for years. Every time they need to upsize or downsize, the family, we got rid of the kids. Oh, the grandkids are coming in. Oh, we're going into our retirement years. The one call they make, just like you should, is to Team Borum.
Every situation is unique and different, and Jeff Borum and his team are well-versed in all of them. Google Jeff Borum, and you could be packing tonight. BORHAM for Jeff Borum.
Thank you, Diz. Thank you, Drew. Shout out to Philip Phillips. Appreciate the time. Tomorrow, action-packed. We've got Mo DeWitt. I forget what you called it, Diz. We've got it the Mo Jojo.
Mojo Jojo.
Yep. I think you said about it earlier. But everybody will be in the house tomorrow, 1 o'clock. A brand new Senning Show. Don't go anywhere.
You're listening to Senning Show on 102.5 The Bone. We are Real Raw Radio. 102.5 The Bone. The Bone Bonus is back and right when you need it. The Bone is giving you $1,000 5 times a day, every weekday. Listen to The Bone for your chance to win $1,000 at 8 a.m., 10 a.m., noon, 2, and 5 p.m. every weekday. Been thinking about heading over to Turkey to get hair transplant surgery to look like Kurt Russell? We're in. It's the Bone Bonus, hooking you up with cash every single weekday. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
The Bone Bonus is back. 102.5 The Bone. Real Raw Radio. Now, a Bone traffic update from the Farah and Farah Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center.
Crash in Pinellas, McMullen Booth South, turn off to Gulf to Bay, wreck Main Street or 580 eastbound at Keene Road, 275 South, FHP on the scene, incident in the 54th Avenue region. In Hillsborough, Bay to Bay Boulevard, eastbound incident as you head towards South McDill Avenue, slightly larger congestion than usual, Balm, Riverview Road, northbound and southbound around Boyette Road. This is Eric with traffic.
If you're in a slip and fall accident, time is not on your side. Stores have video footage that's crucial evidence in your case. You've got to act quickly. Call Farah and Farah so we can preserve it before it disappears. Tampa.
Transform your backyard with a black aluminum fence from Fence Outlet. For only $125 a month, that's less than $5 a day. Fence Outlet will install a 120-foot aluminum fence that turns any yard into your own oasis. Visit fenceoutlet.com for details. License number C-10252.
Do you want free internet forever? Yeah, we thought so. That's why Spectrum is giving you just that. Free fiber-powered internet forever when you switch and get 4 mobile lines from Spectrum. No internet bills, no taxes, no late fees. Just fast fiber-powered internet. Call 833-901-0178 to find out how. But hurry, This deal won't last forever. Once more, 833-901-0178 or visit spectrum.com/freeforever to learn more.
Right now, when you walk into a Burlington, you're walking into deals on top of deals during our Oh Wow Winter Clearance event. That's main character energy. Wow. Find tons of markdowns up to 70% off other retailers' prices on clearance items. Because at Burlington, the deals aren't the only thing turning heads. Save at our Oh Wow Winter Clearance event now. Seriously, with these savings, why shop anywhere else?
Burlington deals, brands, wow.
Styles and selection vary by location.
Tampa, Florida. It's your boy Bert Kreischer, the Machine. Woo! I'm back, baby! I will see you at the Benchmark International Arena January 30th on Commission Party World Tour. Get your tickets at BertBertBert.com. I'll see you there.
At CertaPro Painters, we know that a happy place comes in many colors, like ones that inspire a sense of wonder, or a new flavor that makes life just a little bit sweeter, or one to celebrate those moments that lift you to new heights, at home or at work. We'll make your happy place your own. CertaPro Painters. That's painting happy. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. Contractor license and registration information is available at CertaPro.com.
See website for details. BillsHappen.com is not a lender. It does not make credit decisions. Must be 18 years old. Not available in all states.
Honey, everything is so expensive, and our bills are piling up.
You're telling me credit cards are maxed out, rent is due, and the car payment's right around the corner? We need some extra cash.
We should do what my friend from work did. She went to BillsHappen.com and got the money she needed the next day.
Our credit is not great. Are you sure that would work for us?
BillsHappen.com is one of the largest personal loan networks. They can help people with all credit types get up to $5,000.
Sounds like it's going to be a hassle.
My friend said it was super easy. She did it right from her phone during her lunch break.
If you have a regular source of income, you can be approved for a loan for up to $5,000, and your cash can hit your bank account the next day. BillsHappen.com's lenders have millions of dollars to lend, regardless of your credit history.
Guess what? I went to BillsHappen.com, and we're getting our money tomorrow.
Wow, that's fast. Problem solved.
If you need extra cash, go to BillsHappen.com. That's BillsHappen.com. BillsHappen.com.
Now that we're getting older, we've been putting more thought into maintaining our health.
We knew the water we drink every day could be filled with contaminants, so
we called Leaf Home Water Solutions.
They came to our home and did a free water test and gave us the analysis right away.
We were shocked at what we saw.
They found heavy metals like iron and copper.
Our own tap water was putting our health at risk, but Leaf Home Water Solutions made it easy to get safer water from every tap and hose. A whole home solution.
They have more than 250 product combinations and designed a system that fits our needs and budget. The installation took less than a day.
With Leaf Home Water Solutions, our water is safer and healthier. When we drink, when we cook, when we shower, even when we garden.
We feel better about our health.
Thanks to Leaf Home Water Solutions.
Schedule your free home water test today at leafhome.com/free and save 15% on all home water treatment systems. That's leafhome.com/free for your free home water test and 15% off. leafhome.com/free.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try it for free. And you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Your team is heating up the ice this season. You can catch thrilling hockey moments all season long on 102.5 The Bone. It's all brought to you by Cox Heating and Air Conditioning, your carrier experts for over 60 years. Go to coxair.com.
Join the party, Florida. America's turning 250, and the biggest celebration is at the Florida State Fair, February 5th through the 16th. Whether it's your first time or your first time in a long time, we have affordable fun